That's all.
Mommy, I can see the emus all the way up here on the canopy wall.
Careful, dear. There is more fun to be had.
This zebra is my new friend. Her name is Stripey, and the wildebeest is Sandy.
Hi, Stripey and Sandy.
With so much amusement like targets and obstacle games, ant caves, fantasy rides, and a vast range of wildlife.
What is this place?
This is an aviary, home to over 400 of the most vibrant birds in the world. The biggest aviary in West Africa.
Wow, the biggest?
Yes, and guess what? Open your palm.
Daddy, look, you're eating from my palm.
That's amazing.
I want to stay at Safari Eco Park. I don't want to go back to Ghana.
But honey, Safari Eco Park is in Ghana.
What?
How much did all of this cost, honey?
350 Ghana cedis for you and I. 250 for teenagers, 150 for kids, and absolutely free for children under 6.
We should have brought the kids here sooner.
I know.
Safari Eco Park is only 1 hour drive from Accra. It's unforgettable.
Hey, Asabia. Wait. I can't breathe, oh. Hey, these stairs want to finish me.
Lako, this was stairs and you're already tired.
Don't laugh. I really need to get fit.
Then you must come for the X edition.
X edition? Which one is that?
The 10th edition of the Omni Basic Bank Health Walk.
Oh, wow. Girl, when will that be?
On Saturday, 21st February 2026, 5:30 a.m., University of Ghana Sports Stadium. We walk through Atomic, then UPSA, and then East Legon.
Fitness and fun?
Assured. Plus massive sales of goods and services. You exercise and shop for less too.
No long talk. I'm there. Omni Basic Bank Health Walk. Better health starts here.
For more information, call 030-708-6000. Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank.
Are you clapping? Are you giving God the glory? Hallelujah! Every day you wake up shouting, my business is not moving. Customers are not coming. But look, my brother, my sister, who are you deceiving? Have you smiled today? Do you have the confidence to smile? Your face alone is chasing people away. Yeah! We all know that the problem is not a spiritual problem. The problem is a dental problem. She was saying, use Pepsodent charcoal toothpaste to remove yellow. Somebody shout amen.
Craft your smile with Pepsodent charcoal. It removes stains and whitens teeth. This advert is FDA approved.
We are gearing up for the trip of a lifetime. Heritage Caravan 2026. From 1st to 8th March 2026, 8 days, 14 regions, 1 legendary caravan. We're touring Ghana in the most spectacular way on the Heritage Caravan, exploring the beauty, history, and stories that make our nation unique. Rolling out from Greater Accra through Eastern and OT, up north to the Northern and Upper East, and all the way to the Western region, hitting iconic destinations across Ghana. The Heritage Caravan 2026 will be fun, educative, refreshing, and most of all, remarkable. Stay connected. Follow Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM across all social media platforms for updates and join the conversation using the hashtag Heritage Caravan 2026. The Heritage Caravan 2026 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from Citi FM.
And it's proudly sponsored by Holland Insurance, Piva Beverages, Omni Basic Bank, Caveman Watches, Gino, Didi Sheto, Goyle, Mini-Me Achumo, and Adme Granite Paste. And it's supported by Nanas Rice.
Heritage Caravan 2026. Experience Ghana like never before.
used to stress about where to receive my Absa car and always used to doubt whether my friend has really sent it.
So I asked a friend of mine and he said his wife used to have similar challenges until she decided to receive money transfers from CBG.
Well, I can relate because now I receive my money from CBG. It's so simple, fast and secure with no delays and no hidden fees. And I must say, life is now feeling good.
Stay connected to your loved ones no matter where they are. With Consolidated Bank Ghana's money transfer services, you can receive money quickly and securely from abroad, whether through MoneyGram, Western Union, PayAngel, Transfast, UnityLink, RIA, EaseRemit, Funes, TapTap Send and TerraPay. Cash out your way any day with Consolidated Bank Ghana. Welcome to the good life. CBG, we stand with you.
We stand with you. The world is changing fast, and the leaders who thrive will shape what comes next. What matters now is the ability to think clearly, act with purpose, and leading. For more than 20 years, Ashesi University has shaped leaders who do exactly that, combining character with rigorous real-world problem-solving. Our MBA and Master's programs in Intelligent Computing Systems and Mechatronic Engineering are designed for professionals who want their work to matter and their leadership to last. Remember, graduate and undergraduate admissions are ongoing. Visit ashesi.edu.gh to learn more.
City 97.3.
Accra.
You are listening to City 97.3 FM, the city's finest.
This is the story of Anthony Owusu-Ansah and his delivery business, Shark Express. What started as one man's dream is now a thriving same-day delivery business that serves hundreds of families. Through financing, mentorship, business networks, and market access, Absa is helping businesses like Shark Express grow, create jobs, build futures, and deliver joy across Ghana. Behind Anthony's success isn't only hard work, it's having the right partner like Absa. From funding to guidance, Absa stands with entrepreneurs who dare to dream.
We see your story and we invite you to write it with us. Your story matters. Absa.
You are listening to City 97.3 FM, the city's finest.
City 97.3.
Accra.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
There can be no other 97.3. No need to change. Keep it tuned to City. You're number one. Don't look no further. We've got it all covered. City FM.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Good morning to life.
Good morning.
Music, talk, inspiration, in perspective.
Express yourself. Good morning, my neighbor.
City FM, your station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
City FM 97.3.
Oh, jump on now. Go, the go. Ah, go me. At what time when you come back, we are not hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. filter. And what they boss my mind self be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
The go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
So
one from the Bethel Revival Choir. It's a praise medley, bringing time to 6:39. City Breakfast Show. Praise is waiting for you, O God, in Zion, and to you the vow shall be performed. O you who hear prayer, to you will all flesh come. Blessed is the man you choose and cause to approach you, that he may dwell in your courts, who shall be satisfied with the goodness of your house, of your holy temple. And by awesome deeds in righteousness you will answer us, O God of our salvation, you who are the confidence of all the ends of the earth and of the far off seas. Psalm 65 verse 1 to 8. What chapter are you on for your 2026 story? Is it chapter 1, chapter plans, chapter start, or chapter yes? With Absa, you're supported at every step with tailored banking and finance, with loans, credit cards, and digital banking that helps you save, plan, and take control of life's big and small moments. Whatever chapter you're on this year, let it end in a yes with Absa. A new one from the Bethel Revival Choir. It's a praise medley. Welcoming you to the City Breakfast Show today, Wednesday, the 18th of February. Starting off with a newspaper review brought to you by Fidelity Bank. Switch to us today and enjoy amazing benefits, including lower interest rates, higher loan amounts, and personalized financial support. It's time to switch and smile with Fidelity Bank. Contact 0800 003 355. You can also visit fidelitybank.com.gh or connect with us on social media at Fidelity Bank GH. And we could sing all day as we breeze into the newspaper segment of the City Breakfast Show. Good morning to Richard the last guy.
So when I heard the song, I went back to those days.
Thank you.
Yeah, your first communion.
Blessed are those who have mercy on others, for they shall be,
for they shall also receive
mercy.
For they shall obtain mercy.
So that's what they give you.
Chapter.
Yeah, that's right.
Matthew chapter.
So, everybody has a scripture when he's baptized.
Yeah.
So yours was Matthew 5, I think.
Yeah, 5:7. Yes, 5:7. Yes.
Blessed are the merciful,
for they shall obtain mercy.
That's why I'm always merciful.
You still remember? Wow.
Oh, I still remember. So when you play the song,
yes.
No, I went back to Adme.
But the water, did they sprinkle it on your head or they dip you inside?
Oh, Charlie.
First communion.
Yeah.
First communion. We were like 10, 11, 12.
Oh, I was much older.
15.
Yeah, because when I was going to RC first.
No, you were older than them. You were much older in school. You were much older in church. You grow everywhere you grow.
The custodian says this morning, minority leader lost Balmia's post-primary unity drive. Also on the front page, we are told Gold Board is putting buying license applications on hold and restore 3,625 per bag to cocoa farmers. This is coming in from the minority.
Well, the informer Fifi created blast greedy bees in NDC over dual positions. Illegal connection killing Ghana Water Company account for 8.6 million cedis revenue loss. I will continue to hold government accountable. This is Apanyo Market and terrorist attack on Ghanaian traders. National security must be proactive. Security Dawn urges as Baumia calls for deepening intelligence sharing, and Mahama appeals to cocoa farmers to accept government offer.
Well, the president has been talking about the brutal attack on our fellow compatriots in Burkina Faso, and the story on the front page of the Ghanaian Times says President Mahama orders evacuation of injured traders. Also on the front page this morning, police rearrest suspected cop killer, and the IGP AG move to compensate multimedia journalists after 8
years. Inquisitor this morning, impending John Smiling Mafia reshuffle. Appointees jittery, arrogant, non-performing ones to go. And Mahama speaks at Ghana Tree Crops Investment Summit and Exhibition.
Let me take you to the police waging war on criminal gangs. A story on the front page of the Chronicle this morning. Also on the front page, we are told that KS Relief distributes some 7,640 food baskets to Muslims ahead of the Ramadan.
Daily Guide this morning, Cocoa Board cuts salaries by 20%. Management calls for calm. Comes with a photograph of Dr. Randy Adme and woman, 2 sons killed in bloody fight. Anti-LGBTQ bill back in Parliament, and the Karamenga barrier attack, police killer arrested. That story is here as well.
The new publisher says Ken has not left the MPP. His spokesperson is quoted saying, and he himself is smiling on the front page of the paper. Also, cocoa price reduction mid-season is illegal. Apenyo marking is demanding reversal. And Fifi Kwete goes hard on appointees who want party positions in addition to their current position.
The Ghanaian Point, I am a cocoa farmer too. Price cuts affects me. This is President Mahama. Public lands under tight control. Thousands of leases revoked amid major government reforms, Lands Minister says. It came earlier. National Security warns Ghanaian traders to exercise caution in neighboring countries.
I take you to the Accra Times. Women empowerment, a critical driver of continental progress. That's coming in from President John Dramani Mahama, speaking from Addis Ababa. Also on the front page this morning, use AI and internet tools responsibly. Unimark Vice Chancellor is quoted here as saying. And then also MPP's mismanagement forces Cocoa Board staff to actually cut salaries as reforms to resuscitate the industry.
The news center has a story of the suspected killer of police officer at Zibila being arrested, and 100 billion Ghana Citi pension assets now investable. Dr. Isiama speaking. Gold Board suspends new gold buying licenses applications. That's here as well. And cocoa price cuts highlight the need for processing. President Mahama.
The final newspaper in front of me this morning is the Economy Times. Bank lending rates fall in response to latest BOG benchmark interest rate cut. And then also GCB Bank prepares to launch non-interest banking window as board embarks on partnership visit to IIFM. And then another story here says renewed leadership spearheads sprinter pace reform agenda at Energy Commission.
All right, I'll take you online. CitiNewsroom.com is leading with Ato Fossen. Government settles 10 billion CD interest under DDEP. Also, car buyers reassess used imports as Chinese brands compete on price. It's a special feature. In other headlines, GBA has lost its relevance and credibility. This is Roxanne Eche Dafamekpo, who is the majority chief whip. He also says, know your role. He's talking to judges criticizing legal education bill, so he's firing everywhere. Meanwhile, government summons Russian ambassador by viral sex videos, and the scarlet beans could signal danger. FDA warns public. Cocobot to save 5 million CDs monthly from salary cuts. And then COPE beneficiary Ali Yunusa earns master's degree from University of Ghana.
Nice.
Channel1news.com, government approves 2 new cashew factories, one in Bono, the other in Bono East. Meanwhile, FDA says there's no risk of cement-contaminated beans entering Ghana. There's a row over that. In other headlines, Constitution of Ghana Amendment Bill laid before Parliament. And then 85,000 CD found on highway. Police return cash to owner.
Ghana police.
Beautiful.
The Ghana police is
Professionalism.
Divining
it.
Service with integrity.
So that was Channel 1 News Online. I'll give you a couple from myjohnline.com. Russia denies link to supposed Russian in Ghana viral sex scandal. And then reset means business as usual must end, starting from NDC. Fifikwete talking tough. And then this story you read, state initiates compensation talks in Latif Idrisu police brutality case after 8 solid years. Meanwhile, the Ghana Water Company says illegal connection cost them 8.6 million CDs between August to December 2025 alone. I'll take you to a few Africa stories. If you go to the BBC Africa website, gold fever hit South Africa after lucky find in a cattle pen. So they found Charlie, they found gold
in a cattle pen.
So
wow,
it's a big issue. We'll give you the details later. And fake funeral suspects allegedly used a hearse to smuggle charcoal in Malawi. When people are smuggling, more important things, in Malawi they are smuggling charcoal. Charlie, Ghana, we are lucky. Now, this one is concerning. U.S. soldiers arrive in Nigeria to aid its fight against Islamist militants. And don't forget what happened in Burkina Faso has also been linked to Islamist attacks. So we'll give you some details of this. Let's start with the cocoa story still. Or
yes.
where are you?
The
president. Okay, sure. Well, go on.
He says, I'm a cocoa farmer too. Price cuts affects me. President John Dramani Mahama has underscored the need for farmer-centered policies in Ghana's cocoa sector, revealing that he personally feels the impact of recent cocoa price reductions because he is also a cocoa farmer. Speaking at the Made in Ghana Tree Crops Investment Summit and exhibition on Tuesday, February 17, the president said his first-hand experience in cocoa farming allows him to better understand the economic pressures confronting farmers amid global
Cocoa Board say
volatility.
they are saving 5 million cedis every month from salary cuts.
5 million?
From an interview we had yesterday with the spokesperson for Cocoa Board.
Okay.
So this is Head of Public Affairs Jerome Kweku Sam. This is 20% of executive management and 10% for senior staff. Taking effect immediately and will remain in place for the rest of this crops year. Decision announced in a press release dated Monday. Speaking on Eyewitness News, Mr. Sam said the move demonstrates leadership resolve to manage the sector prudently.
I think there are bigger issues to deal with there. I mean, that includes cutting down on the staff strength. It seems that place is too choked.
It's not there, Pell.
Yeah, plenty,
bro. The other places we can't even mention.
Page 3 of the new publisher has the story: cocoa price reduction mid-season is illegal. Apenyo Marking quoted here the minority leader in Parliament. Apenyo Marking has described the reduction in the producer price of cocoa as shocking and illegal, and therefore demanded the immediate reversal to the status quo, which is the
his opposite number was speaking on the same issue and claims it is legal. So both of them is how they do it in Parliament. So Ayarga has defended this. Now let me go to cashew quickly, since you are dealing with cash crops. Cabinet approves new cashew factories to boost export-led growth, according to Trade Minister Elizabeth Ofosue Jari. She said affirmed government's commitment to revitalizing Ghana's industrial sector, expanding exports, and positioning Ghana as a competitive manufacturing hub. She said cabinet has approved the establishment of 2 new cashew factories, one in Bono and the other in Bono East. She was answering questions on the floor of Parliament, and she outlined decisive steps being taken to restore operations in the Commander Sugar Factory, who we are told has had power and electricity cut.
Why? They couldn't pay?
Commander Sugar Factory was commissioned in 2016, but the minister says they are taking steps to restore its operations to process 1,250 metric tons of sugar cane daily. And then she says she visited Commander to engage his blah, 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 blah. So basically 2 cashew factories are coming. We didn't see the timelines, but she just gave the top
But there is reshuffle in the air. Appointees are jittery. Some ministers of state and other government appointees, especially metropolitan, municipal, and district chief executives are jittery following the revelation by the General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, Mr. Fifi Fiafi-Kwete, that President John Dramani Mahama would soon reshuffle his government. According to him, despite the excellent performance of President Mahama's first year in office, a reshuffle would make things even better. What is making the appointees skittish is the fact that President Mahama, who was referred to by popular musician Shatawale as Smiling Mafia, could disappoint some of them by kicking them out of his government.
Okay, let me take you to page 12 of the Ghanaian Times, the story about the president ordering some evacuation from Burkina Faso. The story is by Abigail Ano and Agnes Owusu, and they say the Ghana Armed Forces will evacuate Ghanaian traders injured in an armed insurgent attack in Burkina Faso last Saturday to Ghana for continued medical treatment. President John Dramani Mahama has announced. Now, speaking at the Made in Ghana Tree Crops Investment Summit and exhibition in Accra yesterday, the president described the attack as a stark reminder of the growing instability and insecurity in the sub-region, warning that it poses a serious threat to cross-border trade and regional.
Let me give you a related story. About 100 U.S. soldiers have arrived in Nigeria to train Nigeria's armed forces and help them with intelligence in their battle against growing security threats from Islamist militants and other armed groups. The troops and equipment landed at an airfield in the northeast state of Bauchi. Nigerian Defense spokesperson Major General Samaila Ibu or Uba said the U.S. personnel would not be engaged in combat operations and had come at the request of the Nigerian government. And this is the latest sign of military cooperation between the two countries following the Christmas Day airstrike launched by the U.S. on two camps run by Islamist militant groups in northwest Nigeria. So just to keep an eye on the same issue there.
Okay, so illegal connections killing Ghana Water Company account for 8.6 million CD revenue losses, and this is the Informer newspaper. Managing Director of the Ghana Water Company Limited, Adamu Tawakilo, has lamented over the fact that the company is suffocating under illegal connections. He revealed that the illegal connections account for 8.6 million Ghana cedis of revenue loss, making it difficult for the company to meet its operational costs.
Well, let me tell you about some great things happening within the police service. The Chronicle has the lead story on page 8, and they say police wage war.
Yeah, man.
And somewhere in the story, they say that the police have also arrested a self-styled national security operative who attempted to bribe personnel of the service with 150,000 Ghana cedis to allow their truck carrying cannabis to be taken away. And according to the Chronicle sources who spoke to the paper, following the murder of the officer's name is provided here. The name is Kwaku Stephen in Zebela, the Upper East region on February 8, 2026. The armed robbery unit at the Criminal Investigation Department headquarters, upon receiving classified intelligence report on the incident, strategized on how to strike, and subsequently he was grabbed.
Still with the police, IGP AG moved to compensate multimedia journalists after 8 years. Ghanaian Times. 8 years after the alleged assault of multimedia journalist Latif Idrisu by police personnel, the Ghana Police Service has initiated steps to compensate him. Mr. Idrisu was reportedly attacked while covering the arrest of Mr. Koko Anyidoho, former Deputy General Secretary of the NDC, on March 27, 2018 at the Criminal Investigations Department. Now, previous attempts at out-of-court settlement in 2018 and 2023 had failed, but on Tuesday, State Attorney Nancy Nita Chumesi Esiama told Justice Eldora Christiana Datson that the Attorney General and the current IGP, Christian Teteyonu, had committed to compensate the journalists to bring finality to the matter.
Now, Government of Ghana has summoned Ambassador of the Russian Federation of Ghana following what it describes as the unlawful conduct of a supposed Russian national accused of publishing sexually explicit images of Ghanaian women without their consent. In a press release signed yesterday, Foreign Affairs Ministry confirmed that His Excellency Sergei Berednikov was invited on the instruction of the Foreign Ministry to formally register the government's strong protest over the incident. Now, there's an angle to this story on my journal line that claims that the Russian authorities indicate they are unable to confirm the Russian nationality of the individual at the center of the intimate viral videos. So the matter will continue. There's an interesting write-up on a separate issue here where Emmanuel Opong is analyzing Ghanaian car automobile market or car market. It says, car buyers reassess used imports as Chinese brands compete on price. According to the story, Ghanaian car buyers are split between choosing brand new Chinese models and sticking with traditionally used imports, even as dealers slash prices by up to 15% and improve exchange rate stability. The reduction signal early signs of stabilization in Ghana's automotive sector, where heightened competition, particularly from new Chinese brands, is challenging the long-standing dominance of second-hand vehicles. Then he gives an example. A brand new Cherry Tiggo 2 is selling for about 215,000 cedis, undercutting the roughly 250,000 cedi price tag of a home-used Honda Civic EX hatchback. Speaking to City Business News, some dealers attributed the price cuts to increased competition and softer demand. Now, if you go to Ethiopia, what they've done is that EV sales are booming. Because Ethiopia has banned fossil fuel car imports. So this is a Bloomberg story that says that Ethiopia is making use of cheap hydropower and Chinese EVs to ditch the internal combustion engine completely. And so this is a story. In 2024, the Ethiopian government banned the import of, when they say fossil fuel power vehicles, so diesel and petrol vehicles, and slashed tariffs on their electric equivalents. It was a policy driven less by the country's climate ambitions and more by fiscal pressures. For years, subsidizing gasoline or petrol for consumers had been a major drag on Ethiopia's budget, costing the state billions of dollars over the past decade. The country defaulted in its sovereign bonds and had challenges in the international market. In the 2 years since the ban on international combustion engine vehicles, EV adoption has grown from less than 1% to nearly 6% of all the vehicles on the roads in Ethiopia, according to the government's own figures.
And they owe a lot of money to China too.
No, they are
just
importing. No, but they owe everybody. They couldn't even pay their Eurobonds. You get it? So
But
they
it
say
looks like Ethiopia.
because of petrol price volatility, they are going to EV. We should think about that.
Let me
try.
Let me take you
Guys,
to
we should think about it. Too.
We see. We
Won't hear any microphone cano.
Page 7 of the custodian said,
we like it.
The uncertainty of fishing in Ketu South waters. It's a
What is
brilliant article by the GNA. Apparently, some fisher folk within the area are using light fishing.
That thing they still do it.
And other illegal forms of fishing, and they focused on it.
Let me end
discussing
with
the troubles
Malawi.
and
Police in
related matters.
Malawi are searching for 9 suspects who escaped from custody after being caught allegedly smuggling charcoal in a hearse disguised as part of a funeral procession. Acting on a tip, authority officials intercepted the vehicle at a roadblock near the main city of Blantyre. They found an empty coffin placed over several bags of charcoal with an estimated value of $1,700. Hey, charcoal they cost
What kind of $1,700?
I don't know. Maybe they know they get charcoal. I don't know. This is $1,700. So that's about 17,000 cedis.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But a manager from the funeral service told the BBC that the hair driver was returning from seeing a bereaved family when he bought the bags of fuel that were later confiscated. Now, the smuggling of charcoal in high demand for cooking is widespread in Malawi. But why have they banned? It's when you ban something.
Because
people are moving to LPG.
So about 30 bags of charcoal were concealed underneath an empty coffin.
The same way we are troubled by the story, the same way they will be troubled when you hear from your side of town.
The Tampino.
The Tampino. Ambulance.
The go-go. Ugomi, at what time when you come back, we are not hear the sound of your car.
Challenge these days, new level crowd. Where did you pass?
Me, pass somewhere. I just switched for a better life. I switched for comfort. Look, your salary deserves better.
Switch?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
I switched my salary account to Fidelity Bank. And that's my jackpot. I get higher loan amounts with lower interest rates, as well as personalized financial support. They gave me a loan to expand my side hustle. And the terms are just flexible.
Wow.
Your salary deserves better.
Oh, my salary deserves better, Pa. You see the way you are smiling wide? Yes, I will switch and smile wider. Your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy lower interest rate, car and home loan, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. Switch and smile wider. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
If I believe with us, Fidelity. If I know I need your side, Fidelity.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Time for the City Business News with Nashi Kasisa. Good morning.
Good morning, Bernard. Hello, and welcome to the breakfast edition of the City Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, EcoBank, and Valex Lease. Coming up, Ghana Association of Banks refutes claims that banks are refusing to pass on declining interest rates to businesses. And Ghana's automotive sector shows signs of price stabilization as dealers report up to 15% reductions. Also coming up, Cocoa Board salary reductions to save government about 5 million cedis monthly. I'm Nashika Caesar. Let's settle for the details of our stories now. Now, Ghana's automotive sector is showing early signs of price stabilization, with dealers reporting reductions of up to 15%, supported by improved exchange rate stability. Meanwhile, new Chinese car brands are intensifying competition by offering affordable yet feature-rich alternatives to the country's traditionally dominant second-hand imports. The critical question for industry stakeholders is whether Ghanaian consumers will shift their purchasing preferences towards these emerging options. Emmanuel Opong has more in this report.
The traditional model of vehicle ownership, largely driven by second-hand imports, is now being challenged by competitively priced new vehicles with modern features. In some showrooms in Accra, a brand new Chinese Cherry Tiggo 2 is selling for about 215,000 Ghana cedis, lower than the price of a home-use Honda Civic S hatchback, which is selling at about 250,000 cedis. Over the weekend, some local players announced price reductions of up to 15%. They attribute the adjustment to improved exchange rate stability and growing competition in the market.
There has been more garages all over the place. That is why they are not buying the cars. So it's you yourself. It's up to you to reduce it. If not so, they won't buy it.
But some dealers say the reductions are modest, arguing that high port charges and import costs continue to squeeze margins.
I have a challenge. All what the government is doing, the customs and the shipping lines are not helping the government. If the government can go further and work on it, it will help us. That the reduction that they are saying, it will reflect on the customers.
Meanwhile, Chinese dealers are promoting brand new vehicles as affordable options.
Before, people usually go and take as home use the vehicle because they are so-called cheaper. However, our Zonda's vehicles, like our Cherry, our GWM, the price is even cheaper, much cheaper than home use the vehicle, and the quality is much better. And we have 5-year warranty for our customers, and you are enjoy comfortability.
Ultimately, the purchasing power rests with buyers who are weighing upfront costs against durability, resale value, and long-term maintenance.
I think I will go for the Chinese electric cars, whereas maybe the hybrid, that's a part engine and part electric. The only challenge is the charging point, but these days they are all over and they are coming. In fact, it's even much better.
If I had the money to buy a car, I would go for a used vehicle because I know it works well and I know where to get it serviced.
That report was filed by Emmanuel Opong. Moving on, the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Association of Banks, John Ewa, has pushed back against claims that banks have been slow to pass on declining interest rates to businesses. He insists that lending rates have responded significantly to improvements in Ghana's macroeconomic environment. Speaking at a meeting between the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the association, John Ewa said it was important for the business community to appreciate how market rates are determined and transmitted through the financial system.
As rates come down, it's not just the loans that should reduce, we also reduce the cost of your funding base. So it's important that we all appreciate that it's very easy to throw all the missiles at the banks. That when it comes to interest rates, just about a year ago, interest rates, even the policy rate was around 29% in January of last year. Now policy rate is around 15.5. The Ghana reference rate was also about 29.72 or thereabout in January of last year. Policy Ghana reference rate is now at 14.58. And our lending is benchmarked to the Ghana reference rate. So you recognize that even the central bank in their own report, the lending rates have declined to 20%. And I know there are businesses that are borrowing at 15%, and there are businesses that are borrowing at 25% because of the differences in the risk profile of the clientele base. So banks have really responded positively to the developments within the macro front, particularly where the expectation of the business community on market rate movement and how banks respond.
You had there the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Association of Banks, John Ewa. Now, the Ghana Cocoa Board says the salary reductions for executives and senior staff will save about 5 million cedis each month. Management will take a 20% cut, while senior staff has accepted a 10% reduction for the remainder of the crop year. Speaking to Citi Business News, the head of public affairs, Jerome Sam says the move forms part of efforts to address financial challenges in the sector.
From where I sit, tentatively, at least some 5 million cedis can be saved on a monthly basis. So if you have about 8 months to go, you're talking about no less than 14 million Ghana cedis, which can be used to defray some of the debt that sits on the books of Cocoa Board. So we should discuss the decision which has been made and see the advantage or the disadvantage of it. But for us to generically say that it is not going to be impactful or we do not see how it's going to be implemented or what have you, then you are kind of unjustly criticizing the decision.
Jerome Sam is the head of public affairs at the Ghana Cocoa Board. Now, the Chamber of Digital Assets and Blockchain Innovations is stepping up collaborative efforts with regulators and industry stakeholders to curb the illicit use of virtual assets, particularly in areas such as money laundering. The Chamber suggests that closer engagement with supervisory bodies will help strengthen compliance standards, improve transparency, and promote responsible innovation within the ecosystem. Here's the president of the Chamber of Digital Assets and Blockchain Innovations, Caleb Afaglu, speaking to the media on the sidelines of the Ghana Virtual Assets and Financial Services Symposium.
The Chamber of Digital Assets and Blockchain Innovation has gone into partnership with GIMPA to put together a certification course in 4 tiers, which will allow people to come into the industry and understand what this whole virtual asset is about. Because you don't want to entrust your money to people who do not understand what is going on. It's very unfortunate that the first thing people think about when they talk about virtual assets is money laundering, but there's so many advantages to it. Because one, today you might have somebody trading in Accra, but they are working with somebody in the US, in the UK, in different countries. So the advantages are tremendous. But are there bad nuts in there? Yes, there might be. So what we do is we are going to allow the regulators to work with us so we can plug out the bad nuts and make sure the environment is safe for you and I.
Caleb Afaglu is president of the Chamber of Digital Assets and Blockchain Innovations. Now, on the interbank market today, the dollar is trading at 10 cedis 99 pesos, while the British pound is going for 14 cedis 99 pesos, and the euro is going for 13 cedis 4 pesos. And that's it for the breakfast edition of the City Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, EcoBank, and Valex Lease. I'm Nashika Caesar. Many thanks for your company. Do have a great business day.
Hey, do they want to sack you dry? Why shall I way? Engagement things and kwenye. Hey, sure. They even added washing machine, fridge, flat screen TV, 65 inches and so. How do they expect you to buy all these and still take care of your family? Oh, Kwame.
Mama. And how hukra? With Access Bank's Pick Now, Pay Later, we can get everything now in minutes and pay at 0% interest over the next 6 months. Eye koko kra.
Hey, sir.
Access Bank says faster is here. With a now digitized Pick Now, Pay Later, life's big moments are within reach. Just click, pick, approved in minutes. For more information, call our 24-hour contact center on 0800 00 4400. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Yeah. The 12 for the money about come on my way. Go.
Obi Antone Coalition. Obi Antone Coalition. Yeah, be Obi Antone Coalition.
What else?
Corday. Obi Antone Coalition. Obi Antone Coalition. Obi Antone Coalition. Corday.
Yeah. Memma woni pe bi embu abomfia. Ahopo pro mo ye nyina bu huntia. Oya wo town for jano manivia. Yambu amu amunsi na bumpe.
All right, many thanks to Nashika Caesar for the breakfast edition of the City Business News. Caleb Kuda here. Gabi Affairs here, ready to serve you a kickoff. Before then, the business news was brought to you by Access Bank and MTN. Access Bank is rewarding customers for loyalty. Whether you're shopping, traveling, or handling business expenses, every transaction you make with your Access card brings you closer to exclusive benefits, premium privileges, and personalized rewards, all tailored to suit your lifestyle. Points earned through your card transactions can be redeemed seamlessly at any of our merchant partners nationwide, making your spending go even further. So whether you're a frequent flyer, regular shopper, or managing daily family, personal, or business needs, Rewards by Access ensures you get more from every spend. So use your Access card today and enjoy a rewarding banking experience only with Access Bank. Loyaltyrewards.ghana.accessbankplc.com is where to visit. 0800 004400 is a toll-free number to call for more details. Access Bank is more than banking. Now imagine walking into a home where nobody ever pauses what they are doing online. The girls are streaming the latest Netflix series. Special playlist is rolling. Daddy is on his usual Teams video calls. Uploads are uploading. Downloads are downloading. Not a single person says my data is finished. That's the power MTN Fiber gives you. Unlimited internet for endless streaming, endless connection, endless everything for your home. Now you get to enjoy a special range of unlimited fiber internet packages. Whether you're a new or existing customer, just log into the My MTN app now and tap broadband or dial star 5057 hash. Get your private unlimited MTN fiber package. MTN. So everywhere you go. Kickoff is brought to you by Lesheho and Shell. Thank you for your loyalty in the years past. We look forward to the new year with excitement. Renewed commitment to support your goals, dreams, and financial growth, and improve your life with innovative financial solutions. From all of us at Lesheho Ghana, we wish you a prosperous, fulfilling, and successful new year. Lesheho, let's improve life. Everywhere you go in Ghana, when you pass by Shell, there's filling after filling. And this will end on the 20th of February. Free fuel is up for grabs when you buy up to 300 Ghana cedis or more worth of the new and improved Shell fuels. Standard chance of winning big. 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, even 1 year free fuel is up for grabs. So don't miss this opportunity. Visit the nearest Shell fuel service station. Fill up for an opportunity to become one of our weekly winners. Running this promo on the NLS Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. New and improved Shell fuels. Better by far. Ladies and gentlemen, Gabi Affair with Kickoff.
Right, it's Wednesday morning, February 18. Welcome aboard to Kickoff on 97.3 City FM. Coming up in the next 10 minutes.
Mbappe, World Cup winner himself, finding Vinicius Junior. Oh, that is magnificent. Top corner, top draw, top class from Vinicius Junior. He has lit up the Estadio de Luz.
Right, so Vinicius Junior took center stage in Madrid's 1-0 knockout playoff first leg win against Benfica, scoring the decisive goal and also leading a walk-off from his Los Blancos teammates after an alleged racist incident. A lot happened in Portugal. We'll get into that. Plus this from France.
Here's Kvaratskhelia, Hakimi, Kvaratskhelia, Zaire Emery, and Doué. Brilliant goal. Monaco 2, Paris Saint-Germain 3. An outstanding goal scored by the outstanding player on the pitch.
All right, so Paris Saint-Germain recovering from a 2-goal deficit to defeat AS Monaco 3-2, a result which means they are now unbeaten in 16 UEFA Champions League knockout games and boss Luis Enrique. We have more games coming up later tonight in the UEFA Champions League. But first, many thanks to Western Union, Polytan Ghana, Shell V Power, and Lesheho. Let's improve life. I'm Gabi Ofe. Let's get right into it. Now, Ghana's Black Stars will play an international friendly against Mexico in May as part of preparation for the 2026 World Cup in North America, where both countries expected to use the match to further assess players eligible to represent them at the tournament, which will be hosted across Mexico, Canada, and the United States of America. Here is more from Julio Asheri.
Ghana's squad will be made of players competing in the domestic league and European leagues who are closely monitored by head coach Otto Addo, along with some under-23 players preparing to represent the country in upcoming Olympic Games qualifiers. The match is scheduled for Friday, May 26, 2026 at a yet-to-be-announced venue in Mexico. It will be played days before Ghana faces two other unnamed opponents as part of their brother World Cup preparations. Next fixture brings Ghana's number of preparatory matches to 3, following the earlier announcement of friendlies against Austria and Germany during the next FIFA international window in March. Otto Addo and his backroom staff will, in coming days, name their squad for Austria and Germany friendlies, with the match against Mexico also adding to the series of test matches lined up ahead of the competition.
All right, so that's Julio Asheri with more, what to expect in May regarding the Black Stars' preparations for the 2026 World Cup. We stay with the national team, and GFA President Keto Kweku says he does not see the urgency in making the Black Stars budget public. He made these remarks on Ashesi Radio, stressing that the FA is currently focused on key preparations towards the World Cup rather than financial debates.
I don't have a problem at all. But I ask myself one question. Yeah. Why are we not asking every sector of the economy, every unit of the economy to make their budgets public? Why? And why Black Stars? Why? Why do we create confusion when there's no need for confusion? Why are we not asking Ashesi Radio to make their budget public?
It's a private entity.
Yes, but GFA is a private entity. Oh. Why are we not asking every sector of our Ghanaian public life to make their budgets public? Okay. Why? I mean, we dwell and waste our time sometimes on things which are needless. Okay, I mean, why do we place a lot of premium on when the real issues do exist?
All right, interesting thoughts from the Ghana Football Association President Keto Kweku. Well, we still with the national team. This time to women's football, and senior technical advisor at the Ministry of Sports and Recreation, Betty Crosby-Mensah, believes the current Black Princesses squad is stronger than previous generations. Her confidence follows Ghana's 3-2 aggregate win over South Africa's under-20 team in the ongoing women's under-20 World Cup qualifiers. She also backed the team to overcome Uganda in the final round, set to be played in May.
The technical team is very much aware of some of these hitches, and so they are doing everything possible. One, we realize that most often the girls do not have a lot of play time, and that is how come from January, I think December last year, they were kept at the camp, that is in Prampra, just so they will be able to experience each other more. They will have that group, the teamwork, the team spirit, to be able to understand themselves as a team. And so the technical team is seriously working on it. I believe that the team as we have today is a better team than before, if you ask me. And I am convinced that it also has more to do with leadership issues. Of course, if you look at the administration of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the experience of Honorable Kofi Idi Adams, it is obvious that they are committed to our sports in general.
All right, so that's Betty Crosby-Mensah. She's the senior technical advisor at the Ministry of Sports and Recreation. The Black Starlets are in action later today. They are stepping up preparations for the Under-17 African Cup of Nations with 2 friendly matches at the Accra Sports Stadium. First, they take on Port City FC at 8 a.m. this morning, and then Koforidua Sempefi at 11 a.m. So back-to-back games for Prosper Nate Ogomsai. Let's get to the UEFA Champions League. And last night, we had some really good games. Galatasaray will take a 3-goal lead to Turin after coming from behind to beat Juventus in a frenetic first leg of their Champions League knockout phase playoff, tied by 5-2. The Turkish side had goals from Gabriel Sara, a brace from Noah Lan, Davison Sanchez and Sasha Boy, giving Galatasaray that lead against Juventus. In Portugal, it was Vinicius Junior scoring a brilliant winner for Madrid against Benfica in their playoff first leg tie, which was halted for 10 minutes for alleged racist abuse. The Brazilian forward put the visitors ahead in the 58th minute with a magnificent curling strike pass Anatoly Trubin at the Stadio da Luz. Vinicius was then booked for an excessive celebration following a heated exchange with Benfica's Gianluca Prestiani. He ran over to referee Francois Lectezia as he gestured in the direction of the Argentina winger. Real Madrid's Trent Alexander-Arnold was asked about the incident.
No, obviously, the incident is taking place on the other side of the pitch. I've not directly seen what's happened, but you know what's been reported is something that is a disgrace to football. There's no place for it, and it's ruined the night for everyone. So, you know, we hope there's an investigation going on. We hope that justice will be served to the player, and we stick together as a team. I think that's the positive. You know, we take the win, but also we take how we reacted to it. We take how well we stuck together as a team. We dug deep.
All right, so that's Trent Alexander-Arnold speaking right there. So now it's Kylian Mbappe's word versus Gianluca Prestiani's word, because he had his jersey, his mouth covered by his jersey. So waiting for UEFA's statements regarding the alleged racist abuse. Well, former Arsenal striker Thierry Henry also had this to say on the alleged racist abuse against Vinicius Junior.
The way I play is not the most important tonight. The most important is the victory, obviously, and we did the job tonight, so we are really happy.
But on a personal level as well, to come off the bench, that make that kind of impact as well, that must do you a lot of good as well.
Yeah, that's my job to help the team. I try my best every game to help the team, to play the most good. I don't know if I can say it. The most good I can, so yeah, I'm happy.
So many times after games, I've been also accused of looking for excuses after game when that happened to me. So at times you feel lonely because it's going to be your word against his word. And so because we don't know what Prestiani has said, because he was very courageous because he put his shirt over his mouth to make sure that we're not going to see what he said. So clearly already you look suspicious because you didn't want people to see or read what you said. Then the reaction of Vinicius is telling me that something not right happened. So we're going to have to wait to see what's been said, because we still don't know. Vinicius can tell us his side, and Prestiani, I'm sure, will not tell us what he actually said, because I saw at one point it was Kylian Mbappe that confronted him.
Okay, so that's Thierry Henry speaking there. Well, substitutes Desiree Doué inspired holders Paris Saint-Germain to an impressive comeback against 10-man Monaco in the first leg of their knockout players round. PSG ended up winning by 3-2. We hear from PSG's Desiree Doué.
The way I play is not the most important tonight. The most important is the victory, obviously, and we did the job tonight, so we are really happy.
But on a personal level as well, to come off the bench, that make that kind of impact as well, that must do you a lot of good as well.
Yeah, that's my job to help the team. I try my best every game to help the team, to play the most good. I don't know if I can say it. The most good I can. So yeah, I'm happy tonight.
Would you say that PSG are now very much in control of this playoff now?
Oh, I don't know if we are in control, because every game is different, and the next game gonna be tough too. So we have to be ready. We're gonna work a lot before the game.
All right, so that's PSG's Desiree Doué speaking there. Well, Borussia Dortmund will also take a 2-goal lead into their second leg of their Champions League knockout playoff tie after a routine home win against Atalanta. Later today, the fun continues in the UEFA Champions League. At 5:45 p.m., Karabakh will take on Newcastle United. For the 8 p.m. batch of matches, there's Bodo Glimt up against Inter Milan. Club Brugge will take on Atletico Madrid. Olympiacos up against Bayer Leverkusen. We'll be up later at 5 p.m. on Sports Flash. In the PL, later tonight at the Molineux, Wolves will take on Arsenal at 8 p.m. Now, before I leave, 6 Russian and 4 Belarusian athletes will compete on their nation's flags at the upcoming Winter Paralympics. In September, the International Paralympic Committee lifted its ban on athletes from 2 countries competing at the Games. Now, both countries were suspended from the Paralympic competition after Russia's invasion of Ukraine back in 2022, with Belarus a close ally of Russia. Well, that's the very latest in the world of sport. For more, you can head to citysportsonline.com and also on X at City Sports Ghana. Kickoff was proudly brought to you by Western Union, Politan Ghana, Shell V Power, and also Leshaho. Let's improve life. I'm Gabi Affair. Enjoy the rest of your day. Do take care and bye-bye.
If you need unique services, innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's go, we improve your life. Let's go, even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let's go, we improve your life. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, we improve your life.
Do you want to study or explore career?
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
The Money Matters segment is brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Welcome to the Money Matters segment with Petra. When money comes, pause and think before you spend. Save and invest first. Automate it and live below your level. Discipline today creates freedom tomorrow. And with Petra, you get the tools, advice, and the support to make every CD count. So speak to an advisor today by dialing *447 *70#. Let's do life together. Petra, achieve more.
The Money Matters segment was brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. Do you want to study or explore career opportunities abroad? Take your first step with IELTS from the British Council, the world's most trusted English language test for visa applications, universities, and other institutions. Book your test and get free access to IELTS Ready Premium, our top-rated preparation platform, including practice tests, video tutorials, study plans, and more, worth 1,750 cedis. Visit our website today to achieve your study and career goals with the British Council.
Okay, I'll see you soon. Why, baby? Hey, my me say enra my boyfriend akwesi obo *959# when the phone so. Na we win.
Anita, I don't doggy park.
Oh, one so. Akwesi asanso aba number 1. Yeah, mo adwen na ho. And then there was so ye me show papa bi. Na me de toss am short sexy dress no. Na me say samiti. Na me ye me nails no so come on. Oh, no. Me fa uba. Make I do some small 1-2 rounds be answer me do ho. Na we tria. Hey, Nana so he for order. So Chinese any wine papa bi. And they mean this check no.
Hey, Anita.
Na sa ni mia when you TV bi no. I also say sound. No top prepaid. Na me chilly AC mu. I no go fit sweat like that. See fine girl.
Hey, Anita.
Jesus.
Baby I will do no jina wa. Mr. Remember dial *959#. Oh, iPhone na back to my no one can say sika so what.
Sister, next time cut call no what. Dial *959# and I call 590mobile.com.gh. Not to be 590 mobile. Down some.
Today, we hit the streets to ask Ghanaians, what would you do with free fuel for 1 year?
Oh, road trips with the girls every weekend.
That's extra savings to help fix my car.
Charlie, 1 whole year.
I'll finally be able to visit my mom without worrying about the distance.
This season, it's feeling after filling from Shell with new and improved fuels so you can do the things you love. Buy 300 Ghana cedis or more worth of new and improved Shell fuels and stand a chance to win. Free fuel for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even 1 year. It's time to try the new and improved Shell fuels with additives that deliver efficiency, cleaning, protection, and performance. Don't miss out. Fill up with new and improved Shell fuels and get rewarded. Promo runs till the 28th of February 2026. T's and C's apply.
New and improved Shell fuels. Simply better by far.
This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
Prices will go sweet to your body. Plenty products they and deals. Free a crack, see bimbila. Bribi wa homa obia. From appliances to clothes, beauty products pay as you wish. Quality products guaranteed. If it matters to you, then it matters to us. Try Jumia today. Your pocket to thank you. Try Jumia today. Your pocket to thank you. Try Jumia today. Your pocket to thank you. Try Jumia today. Your pocket to thank you.
Whether you're buying watcher from your favorite spots in Osu, shopping online for the latest styles, or booking your next getaway to Dubai, MasterCard gives you the freedom to pay your way. Insert, tap, swipe, click. So many options, yet so easy. With layers of security protecting every payment, your money stays safe. From Trotro to travel, MasterCard connects you to the life you've earned and the one you dream of. Ask your bank for a MasterCard today. MasterCard. Safe, convenient, priceless.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. Oh, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me.
Time check is 7:37 on the City Breakfast Show. And today, the 18th of February, a few birthdays coming through. Happy birthday to Redeemer Hansen of Missile Energy Company Limited. May the good Lord bless and uplift you in all your endeavors. Good morning. Hope all is well. Today is my wife's birthday. A shout out to her will not be bad. She's Mrs. Mause Ajemfra, Deputy Director General SEC. Please tell her she's been a blessing to the family. We love her loads. From Francis and the kids. This is Francis Ajemfra to his wife Mause Ajemfra, Deputy DG of SEC. Happy birthday to Mr. William Boating, Executive Director, Business Development Bank of Africa. It's your big day. We wish you God's blessings from Leila Pencil and the entire Bank of Africa family.
That we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea. I won't cry.
All the messages on the program proudly sponsored by MasterCard. It's the priceless way of paying by tapping, inserting, or swiping.
Stand by me.
Make it priceless with MasterCard.
And darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by.
Okay, Bernard, so this is from the siblings of Pat Afi. They're wishing her a great day filled with joy at her birthday today. The family is praying for God's unending goodness and blessings to envelope her from glory to glory. Pat, may your life continue to be beautifully to be a beautiful exhibit of God's favor and prosperity. Enjoy your day to the fullest. This is from siblings to Pat Afi.
Well, today is the 7th birthday of one of my favorite little people, Francis Ezra Papa and Kwefi Arthur. This is coming from your parents, your siblings, and myself. Happy birthday, Francis. We love you so much. And of course, it's the birthday of Tajuddin, our very own Tajuddin, the program's officer. Happy birthday to the man from Damongo with energy.
Yeah.
Tajuddin.
Take your business to the next level with the right support. Join Zenith Bank's free SME business webinar themed Building Stronger Businesses, Unlocking Zenith Bank's SME ecosystem on Thursday, February 26th at 10 a.m. Gain knowledge on how to access comprehensive SME support, trade solutions, tailored funding options, and digital banking and strategic advisory services for business growth and success. To participate, visit zenithbank.com.gh or click on the SME business webinar banner on the homepage and register to secure your spot. Registration begins today, the 18th of February. Don't miss this chance to build stronger businesses with any bank in your best interest. In today's connected world, technology is not a convenience, it's critical. Don't get caught in a bind when your smart devices fail. Tech Therapy Limited is your one-stop solution for smart device repair. Visit us for solutions you can trust. No guesswork, no unnecessary delays. How do you get in touch with Tech Therapy? Simple. You can call 050-578-1996. That's 050-578-9096, or follow us on our social media at Tech Therapy GH. You can also visit our website at Tech Therapy Africa. That's techtherapy.africa. We are also at East Legon, 24 Garden Road, near the ANC Mall. Tech Therapy, your digital wellness partner.
Okay, so what two words can ruin your day any day? Insufficient balance. That's it. Don't stress. With extra balance from Forms Capital, you can get a quick top up straight from your Momo wallet. Your overdraft limits keeps going up, and the best part is that the interest is only charged for the days the funds are used. So whether you're a trader, student, or a parent, no matter who you are deserving of financial access anytime, anywhere. So get extra balance now. Sign up for free on the Momo app. Navigate to financial services. advances, and select extra balance to register, or dial star 170 hash, select 534, and then you activate the extra balance. Extra balance, live extra. So February is the month of love, and there is no better place to celebrate it than Beposo Wellness Resort, nestled in the serene hills of Abri. This Valentine's season, we invite you to slow down, reconnect, and indulge in experiences designed for love and well-being. From our Valentine's dinner curated for intimate moments to yoga, and this one I keep is it Pilates or
Pilates.
It
will take a while.
Pilates seasons and deeply relaxed. I have to go experience it to know what it is. Pilates seasons.
Of exercise.
Okay. Pilates seasons and deeply relaxing massages. Every detail at Beposo Wellness Resort is crafted to help you unwind and feel truly cherished. So whether you're celebrating with your partner, your friends, or choosing to pour into yourself, Beposo Wellness Resort offers you the perfect escape from the hassle of a crowd. So call us 020-055-7699. Visit our website, our book to book your experience this February. Make it Beposo Wellness Resort. Now, if you want reliable information about studying in the UK, attend the British Council UK University's Open Day on Wednesday, 25th February 2026 at the British Council in Accra. Meet UK universities and learn about courses, student life, and IELTS. Register for IELTS during the event and get 10% off the test fee. Attendance is free. Sign up at britishcouncil.org.gh. Get ready to boost your career with Sima. Whether you're fresh out of university or climbing the corporate ladder, Sima gives you real-world skills, global recognition, and a powerful network of over 689,000 professionals in 190 countries. And while you learn, unlock leadership and digital finance skills and become a chartered global management accountant. No boring lectures, just flexible, self-paced online learning and study anytime and anywhere. So AICPA-SIMA.com is where to visit, or call 026-301-1992. SIMA, one SIMA qualification, countless career opportunities.
Well, my heart is heavy this morning because there's a story that we dealt with last week, which I feel we need to highlight on this program. So I first heard about this story, I think it was on Friday on Eyewitness News, when Umaru Sanda interviewed the Minister for Health at the time he was in Ethiopia on this sad story. So I'm just going to read the graphic version of the story. We've laid our hands on the situational report provided by the ambulance service, and I feel like we need to really collectively as a country reflect on this very tragic incident. So what's the story? 29-year-old Charles Emisa, an engineer working for Promotional, closed from work, North Industrial area, on his way home to Adenta on a red motorcycle when he was involved in a hit and run accident. Now, what happened afterwards is a disgrace to our health sector, and I think we should just admit this. Now, the story says for close to 3 hours last Friday, that's February 6th, so that's 2 Fridays ago, a victim of a hit and run incident at Nkrumah Circle Overpass in Accra was refused emergency care by 3 major hospitals in Accra with the explanation of no vacant bed available until he died. The emergency medical technicians from the ambulance service had received a walk-in call around 10:32 p.m. on that day to attend to an emergency road traffic crash at the Circle Overpass. They responded and mobilized to the scene within 3 minutes.
Wow.
So between 10:32 when the report came, they got there at 10:35. From that period till about 12:50 a.m., the emergency medical team from the ambulance service fruitlessly negotiated with 3 major hospitals in Accra to either admit the victim or attend to him in the ambulance before he died, and they all refused. The victim was later identified as a 29-year-old Charles Emisa, an engineer working with Promotional at North Industrial area in Accra. We know Promotional, they produce cowbell milk and other food products. Now, Graphic Online understands that on that day, Charles had closed from work at the North Industrial area and was on his way to Adenta on a red motorcycle when he was involved in a hit and run incident at the Nkrumah Circle Overpass in Accra. Information available to the site gleaned from the EMT, which I have now, which is the SITREP, indicates that after responding to a distress call, The medical team controlled the bleeding using a gauze bandage, applied a cervical collar, log rolled the patient onto a spine board, and loaded him into the ambulance. Oxygen therapy was initiated via nasal prongs at 4 liters per minute. Vital signs were monitored every 5 minutes. The initial assessment by the ambulance EMT were blood pressure 120 over 90 mmHg, pulse 100 beats per minute, respiratory rate 25 beats per minute, SpO2 99%, and temperature 36.4 degrees Celsius. They first took the victim, weighing 120 kilograms, so it's a heavy set person, 120 kilograms, with a height of 1.75 meters, to the police hospital, then to the Greater Accra Regional Hospital Ridge, before Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. All 3 major hospitals did not admit the victim, nor did the staff offer emergency care. Even when the ambulance EMT offered to wait and use the ambulance trolley, staff at the police hospital said there was no space within the facility. During the almost 3 hours, no hospital staff attended to the casualty, nor were vital signs taken in the hospitals. At Korle Bu, the EMT from the ambulance service used 30 minutes to negotiate that, due to the deterioration of the patient's condition, they were objecting to further transportation and explained that continued movement could place the patient in a dangerous situation. This was when Korle Bu, which was the 3rd hospital that they had been to that night, rejected the victim and advised the crew to continue transporting him to the UGMC at Legon. However, despite several negotiations, more than 30 minutes at Korle Bu in particular, the victim was still refused, and no hospital staff attended to the casualty, nor were vital signs taken. The victim went through the ordeal for close to 3 hours in the ambulance before going into cardiac arrest. And even though cardiopulmonary resuscitation, CPR, was immediately initiated by the ambulance emergency medical team, it yielded no positive result. The victim died, and it was only then that one Dr. Nkrumah, who was on duty at the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital, came out to certify the patient dead and instructed the crew to convey the body to the mortuary. All this while, the family of the victim was not aware of what had happened. When he did not return to his house at Adenta, they lodged a complaint at the Adenta police station, and he was declared missing. Information about him was shared on social media for public assistance to locate him. So this was the quote: last seen 6th February 2026 at Santa Maria on a red motorcycle, wearing a red round neck shirt, jumpsuit trousers, and red shoes. The family wrote on a poster shared on social media, indicating that their relative Charles Emisa was missing. It was not until Monday, February 9, 3 days later, that they got a response from the Nima police station. When they responded and went to Korle Bu Teaching Hospital, they got confirmation that Charles Emisa was the said victim of the hit and run and was in the cold room of the mortuary. When Graphic Online reached out to the family on Thursday, February 12 for confirmation, Charles' sister told us that he decided to acquire the motorcycle recently to aid his movement to and from work because of his distance from Adenta to North Industrial Area. The sister told the website that when they initially got the information from the Nima police station on Monday, February 9, they were told that the victim was a suspected 48-year-old male, only for them to arrive at the cold room to confirm that it was their 29-year-old Charles Emisa. So now I want to go through the situational report, because I think it helps us. All right. 2232, which is 1032, ambulance 15 received a walk-in call to attend to an emergency road traffic crash at Circle Overpass. 2233, a minute after, ambulance 15 mobilized to the scene. 2235, ambulance arrived at the scene. So this gives you 3 minutes between report and arrival at the scene, 2 minutes between mobilization and arrival. 2335, crew responded to a suspected 48-year-old male trauma patient involved in a motor crash. So they thought it was 48. 2236, a minute after, crew made contact with the casualty. Upon arrival, the patient was found lying supine on the road with profuse bleeding from a deep shoulder laceration. Initial assessment is what we gave: blood pressure, pulse, respiratory, SpO2, and temperature. Now they list the interventions. EMS crew controlled bleeding using a gauze bandage, applied a cervical collar, log rolled the patient onto the spine board, and loaded him into the ambulance. Oxygen therapy was initiated via nasal prongs at 4 liters per minute. Vital signs were monitored every 5 minutes. Now, 22:40, so this is 5 minutes after they arrived at the scene. Ambulance mobilized with patient to police hospital 5 minutes after they got to the scene. 22:43, 3 minutes after leaving circle, they arrived at police hospital. 3 minutes.
Whoa.
So ambulance 15 arrived at police hospital at 22:43. But patient was rejected due to unavailability of beds. The crew offered the use of ambulance trolley. However, staff stated there was no space within the facility. 22:53, 10 minutes after the police hospital issue, crew mobilized to Ridge Hospital. So they decided that they will go to Ridge. 22:58, 5 minutes after leaving police, they get to Ridge. Crew arrives at Ridge Hospital. Patient was again rejected for the same reason.
No bed.
And by the way, it's an official ambulance. So this is 22:58. So 2 minutes to 11 p.m. So after negotiation with the Ridge and it's not happening, 23:15. So that's 17 minutes after the Ridge people say they don't agree. Crew mobilized to Kolebu Teaching Hospital. And look at it, 23:20. Just 5 minutes from Ridge to Kolebu. 5 minutes. So they arrived at Kolebu at 23:20. Crew arrives at Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Patient was rejected and crew was advised to continue transport to University of Ghana Medical Center. Now, due to the deterioration of the patient's condition, the crew objected to further transportation and explained that continued movement could place the patient in a dangerous situation. Despite several negotiations, the patient was still refused. No hospital staff attended to the casualty, nor were vital signs taken. The crew continued monitoring the patient for approximately 30 minutes, during which the patient went into cardiac arrest. Cardiopulmonary resuscitation (CPR) was immediately initiated by the crew, but yielded no immediate positive outcome. The patient presented with fixed dilated pupils, cold skin temperature, and showed no sign of life despite several resuscitative attempts. Dr. Nkrumah, who was on duty, came to certify the patient dead and instructed his crew to convey the body to the mortuary.
Oh, he came around after he died.
We don't have the details of whether he was there before, but one Dr. Nkrumah was on duty, came to certify he was dead. Now, so they got there at 23:20. That's 11:20. 12:50, EMS crew mobilized with the body to the mortuary, which means that it's possible the doctor came around that time to do the certification. So 12:50, the crew mobilized with the body to the mortuary. 12:53, body handed over to appropriate authority and a death certificate document was issued to the crew. 2:33 a.m., crew mobilizes back to base. So the crew was called at 10:33 p.m. They got back to their base at 2:33 a.m. And the names of the crew members are mentioned. I won't repeat this because I don't think it's necessary. This report was submitted on the 11th of February. The incident happened on the 6th of February. Right. So, I mean, I don't know. So that's the story. We interviewed the Minister for Health. To be fair, Umaru Sanda interviewed the Minister for Health. He was in Addis Ababa. He said he's formed a committee. He will chair himself to look into the matter. That was Friday, and I don't know what time he was given. Maybe you can listen to the interview and give me the details of the timelines he gave. So the minister told Sanda that he would chair a committee of the ministry to go into the matter. Then yesterday, the HEFRA, which is the Health Facilities Regulatory Authority, also announced that they had initiated an investigation into the matter. So we are doing this conversation without prejudice to those, because we cannot stop them, but they also cannot stop us. You understand? They should do their work, we should also do our own. So they are investigating and they will interview people, but this is on the face of the situational report and also the story the journalist wrote based on the interviews with the family. And we've spoken to family members who have confirmed that everything the graphic journalist wrote is true. Do you understand? So what we are telling you is information the family gave in relation to the guy's whereabouts. The police have also confirmed from Nima Police. So basically, these are facts. Okay, so listeners, we are using these facts to ask ourselves what type of society we've become and what type of medical system we have created that an official ambulance can carry a victim in 5 minutes to a hospital, and this happens to them. Let me start with Kakra.
You said that there was no need to mention the name of the crew, but I think that
Well,
we need to commend the crew.
Of
Because
course.
I think that they acted professionally right from, is it 10:30 p.m. to about 2 a.m. that they dispatched and left this matter. So just to mention their names, Pimed, Jonas Latte, I hope I got that. Okay, I think it's a title. So I'll just stick to
the
names.
reason I
Jonas
don't want to
Latte,
maybe victimization
Mary
purpose, I don't know.
Bamfo.
But
No, we are not
You should
victimizing
mention-
them. I think that we should commend them.
The system could do them.
They will victimize the ambulance crew.
Charlie, this town.
Richard Opon and Millicent
The people
Loco.
who committed the thing,
I
they know
think-
themselves.
I
Did
think
I
kudos
hear
to them.
right?
No, what I'm trying to
That
say
they
is that,
can
okay,
victimize
I get your
them.
point.
Go ahead.
Well,
I get
in
your
the
point.
system,
Go ahead.
you know,
But-
people have all kinds of ideas.
Go ahead.
But
Go
I
ahead.
hope not.
So why I think it's
Go ahead.
important is that
So mention the names again.
ordinarily,
To celebrate them.
exactly.
Mention their
Ordinarily,
names,
the
yeah.
problem would have started. Ordinarily in Ghana, the problems would have started from the emergency team that were coming. But this is quite novel, and I think that they did a yeoman's job in carrying out their duty. So I think that it's worth commending Jonas Latte,
Yeah.
Mary Bamfo, Richard Opong, and Millicent Loco
Correct.
of the emergency is the ambulance station at Circle.
Yes.
I think they did a fantastic and professional job. This is what is expected. Although their efforts sort of fell off at some point because of the collaboration that was required from some of these the listed hospitals. I think you said that this is just the facts that we have, indeed, but these facts are not new to us. I probably was in school at that time, but I remember 2018, 2019, this no bed syndrome crisis sort of popped up, and victims or patients also suffered similar fate. And we did hear of the circulars and the directives that were issued that patients should not be turned away when they arrive in an emergency situation. I think that there are certain emergency protocols that our hospitals should be able to, carry out when emergency cases are brought. I don't know the quality of emergency departments in the hospitals, but that's another conversation. But the basic care that can be given to stabilize an emergency patient, the expectation is that should be there. I remember the Ghana Health Service in 2018 issued a directive that patients should not be turned away, emergency patients should not be turned away in the name of inadequate beds or no bed syndrome, as it was tagged. I think that maybe perhaps this coming back is an opportunity to interrogate this thing that has become sort of we've created something called no bed syndrome, or the hospitals have created it. We've thrown that into the media. But I think that if we interrogate it, there's more to it than just a case of the absence of beds. When your regulator issues a directive and says that treat people with emergencies, give them the basic care, irrespective, because you are using the space that you have. So it's not about a bed. Then it raises a problem.
Particularly when the hospital, when one of the places, they said that they are prepared to even treat the guy in the ambulance. So you
the
bring an
ambulance
official.
personnel offered the trolley as a makeshift bed. Okay, so what the medical workers or the hospital workers are to do is to provide that care to stabilize the patient, irrespective of a bed or no bed. And this directive, we've had a directive from the Ghana Health Service before. I think that beneath this no bed syndrome that we have entertained is a crisis that nobody is talking about. Do the emergency personnel at the personnel at the hospital, do they have the requisite training? Do they have the tools necessary? Okay, you can even glean from these facts that there was no proper real-time communication between the ambulance and the hospitals, and so they have to get there and now negotiate to get the patient in. And so it's
meanwhile, this is an official ambulance service,
exactly,
not like some taxi that has.
So imagine if somebody took an emergency case to the hospital by a taxi, not through the official service.
An official ambulance with records
going through this.
Obviously, because from the ambulance I have sat in, I know some they even make calls and speak to hospitals. So look, we'll take a break. But for me, I just want us to all reflect on this. And the thing is, what makes this painful is that we've discussed no bed syndrome. I mean, this thing, even 10 years ago, it's not today. So
I think that's the point I'm making, Bernard.
It's become like a, I don't know.
I remember when
discussed this so long.
Professor Mills was president.
2013, no, 2011.
2011. In fact, this thing started 2010. This thing came to a head in 2010. And I remember, if my memory serves me correctly, that there was an instruction for the Ministry of Health and the Ghana Ambulance Service under the leadership of Dr. Zachary to have guidelines for ambulance and emergency service. And that thing was done in 2011. And Bernard, the guidelines are so straight to the point that you have it doesn't leave any room for this rubbish of no bed.
Yeah.
So it includes the conduct of the hospitals.
Yes.
And not just the ambulance people.
At the A&E department, it is required that you provide a certain level of emergency care. A certain level of emergency care. Now, when they say no bed, I get confused because so what's the utility of the bed? The bed for what? Is it the temporary bed that you need to see to the person? Because look, 2 weeks ago, we here at Citi FM, we were the child health department in Kolebu. We went around all the units and we went to the emergency. At every point in time, they have a bed sitting there prepared for emergencies, and that bed is not used by anybody.
So there's supposed to be a bed,
I don't understand,
allocated for emergency.
Yeah, that's what I would imagine, because I saw it there. If I'm wrong, doctors tell me. So this thing of no bed, as if it's some chip be on your shoulder that I decide when I want to check you in. Look,
or are they saying that a patient can only be treated if a bed, and by the way, so that a bed in a hospital is not the same as a bed in a house. So for them, a bed is like a unit for working. So if they say there's no bed, it means that the accoutrement to receive the patient, to give them the due care, is not present. Because I remember when we did this program, what they said was that when you say a bed, a bed is not just a space. For them, there are certain things you need to do that a bed receives the patient to do. And I'm not holding brief, I'm explaining what they said to me. And I remember that's why these things came up to say, even if there's no bed, there's a way in which you can stabilize a patient, or at least come out and see the person in an official ambulance. We'll come back to this. Let me take a break.
I wanted to land.
Let me take a break. There's a lot of time. It's 5 minutes past 8. Let's bring you tech and social media trends. It's brought to us by
Telecom and First Bank Ghana. First Bank Ghana is helping you experience banking like never before with First Mobile or Quick Banking. *894# is the magic wand. Just dial that and your bank will be in your hands. Make real-time transactions with First Mobile or Quick Banking. *894# and enjoy fast, secure, convenient banking anytime, anywhere. Key services include instant airtime and data purchase, funds transfer to and from your Momo wallet, inter and intra-bank transfers, plus much more. So download the First Mobile app now from the App Store, Play Store, or simply dial *894# and follow the prompts. Join thousands of customers enjoying seamless banking. For more details, 0596 921 921 or First Solutions at firstbankgroup.com. First Bank, you first.
Edwin Kwakufi is joining us with the segment. Welcome, Edwin.
Thank you very much, Bernard. Good morning, everyone. So, flowing from your conversation about the no-bet syndrome, I'd like to say that a lot of people are talking about that issue on social media, but they're also talking about a recent event which happened at the Mamprobi Polyclinic, where a newborn was stolen from the clinic after the mother had gone through a C-section to deliver. The newborn was stolen, and allegedly you can see CCTV footage of the culprit allegedly leaving the hospital with the baby. So people were very upset outside the hospital, complaining, even accusing hospital staff of being involved in the situation. So it's a big issue, and this is not the first time this has happened at a hospital, even at the Mamprobi Polyclinic. So obviously the conversation online is
has the baby been found?
No, not at the moment. Yes, not at the moment. Yeah. So,
and this happened this week?
Yes, it happened this week.
Fresh baby,
newborn. Yeah. So
it's, I think
elsewhere, normally when you have a baby, they put a wristband, right? Those can be coded, and
so they can track where the baby is.
So that if they are leaving the facility,
to blow an alarm.
Exactly, it will trigger, just like you walk
until
into
they are released.
Exactly, they are properly released from the system. So I think the ministry responsible for health, I know that they will argue that they don't have enough resources, but these are the things you do
to prevent
to deal with problems like this.
Anyway, yeah.
Okay, so let's move on and let's go to football for a bit, because racism is trending alongside Vinicius Jr. after last night's Champions League game between Benfica and Real Madrid. So the match was halted for 10 minutes after Vinicius Jr. was racially abused allegedly by Benfica's Gianluca Prestiani. So during the match, Vinicius scored a goal and then he celebrated wildly in front of the Benfica fans. They were upset, obviously, and he was booked, given a yellow card for that celebration by the referee. So as the players were settling down to restart the match, Benfica's Gianluca Prestiani went in front of Vinicius Jr., covered his mouth with his shirt, and apparently said something which angered Vinicius Jr. He ran to the referee, told the referee that he'd been racially abused by the player. Then the referee initiated the protocols for FIFA's protocols for racial abuse, stopped the match for 10 minutes as the issue was talked through. Eventually it restarted, but obviously it's blown into a very big issue. On social media, Vinicius Jr. has said called all racists cowards. He's faced a number of racial abuse incidents in the last few years. Actually, 3 Valencia fans were sent to jail in 2024 for 8 months for racially abusing him in their stadium. A number of people have also spoken, including the alleged perpetrator, who says he did not racially abuse Vinicius Jr. and that the player misunderstood what he was trying to say. So that's the comments by him. Benfica's manager Mourinho is also being criticized for his comments after he sought to say that Vinicius Jr. might have provoked the abuse by his actions after scoring the goal and celebrating in front of the fans, and says that this is an issue that seems to happen at every stadium Vinicius goes to. And he says he doesn't support his player, he doesn't support Vinicius, he wants to be an independent party in this. But he made those comments which obviously are being criticized as well. They are seen as justifying the act. So
I think there should be no basis for racial abuse of anybody. Whites should not abuse blacks should not abuse whites. It is again unacceptable. In many countries these things have been criminalized, and we hope that there will be proper investigations into this, and the people responsible, they should be properly brought to book.
Okay,
it's unacceptable.
And so now we stay with football, and the GFA president Keto Kreko is in the trends for some comments he made in his interview on Ashesi Radio. So he spoke about a number of things, saying that he wants to be remembered for his honesty when he leaves the office. He wants to win with the Black Stars and with other national teams as well. But one thing people are zoning in on was his comments regarding the making of public the budget of the national team. So he says that he has no problem with that, but why are basically he did the interview at Ashesi. Why is it that people are not calling for the Ashesi Radio budget to be made public? The interviewer responded by saying Ashesi Radio is a private entity, and he also retorted by saying the GFA is also a private entity. So while he's technically
it should have been a private entity that receives public funds.
Exactly. So
which
this is
means
why
that we are entitled to know what may or may not even be in there.
This is why people are very, very upset with him on social media. So that's it as well. And now there's a story you brought in the newspaper review yesterday, which I didn't bring you, but about a man who has been ordered by a court to pay 200,000 CDs to a woman he promised marriage to, but failed to go through. So the story basically is these two have been together since 2013. The man was out of the country, the woman was here. He had started a building project which he told the woman to continue. She was working as a foreman. She was.
When you finish, you don't go marry him.
Yeah, she She finished the project, and then eventually he gave her a 2-bedroom apartment in that unit to stay in.
Charlie.
So, but as time went on, he decided he didn't want to marry her again. So he decided to go to court to get her evicted from the property. Yes. To get
the
her
woman
evicted
can't sue.
Yeah, the woman can't sue. That the judge ordered him to pay 200,000 because there were a number of issues. First of all, he had promised her, so she left her old house to live in. So
but
he
wrote in the funeral brochure as in-law.
Yes, so he was
he was enjoying in-law privileges without.
And he wrote a tribute to.
He wrote a tribute in a full official in-law.
As an official in-law. So the judge obviously ruled in favor of.
So I hope the girl is still staying in the house.
That's what she asked for.
Yeah, so they use the principle of constructive
a young
trust.
lady. I think they're in their she's in her 50s.
She should stay in the house.
So that was part of the consideration.
And they let the man win the house every week.
No, so basically they use the principle of constructive trust. It was not written that this is
the way they've been doing their life.
That we have collective interest in that property.
Correct.
But the judge is using common law principles decided that look.
So but the man went to court and the judge said you cry.
because I mean he wanted to remove the woman, eject the woman from the house.
Yes.
But the judge is saying that look, the woman contributed to the building of this particular facility, and therefore she has interest in it.
Of course.
Moreover, you promised to marry her, and you have not delivered.
So pay the money and leave her alone.
Okay, so in tech news, the Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg will appear before will face landmark trial on social media addiction. So Meta and YouTube are being accused of intentionally designing addictive features that hooked a woman who is now 20-year-old and harmed her mental health. So the lawsuit has been brought, and it's the first of
countries are
1,000 more.
Taking action against the big tech companies.
Yeah,
and they are contemplating also banning its use among teenagers.
Yeah, especially because a number of tech giant coders, people who worked within the engine rooms, have come out to say that they had used systems deliberately to get kids hooked onto. In fact, you too, you have no idea the things that have been done to get you to get entrained.
So while we wait for the government to ban, we should also ban it in our homes.
Yes.
I think that's it.
If you go to the universities, just quickly, you notice students walking by the roadside and they're on their phones.
Yeah.
Without a care what could happen to them. That's the level of addiction.
Serious.
You're looking for a bank to rely on. Let me give you a shoulder to lie on. Would we sick to bank be no lie. Only one place where I get my eye on. Make I introduce you all to First Bank, the best services in the world, first rank. Customer service, everything is well planned. I make music, I travel, I sell land. They be my reserve tank. Cause every time I know my money's safe. Universal banking ain't me here on the date. I'm a busy person, me no many time to wait. Now I got to Spain, even when I'm in the States. My me blue shirt. They tell me office a chilly, but who cares? Cause I bank with the best. I'm lucky, I'm too blessed. When it comes to First Bank, it's too west. Everything is you first.
Nobody feed do, I'm like us. Do I'm like us. First Bank will treat you first. Treat you first. Somebody see yeah. Think about you first. Think about you first.
You first. First Bank. There are many reasons to connect, and it's all to put smiles on the faces of those you love.
Daddy, thanks for the tea cash, okay? I love you.
That's my daughter Angela. Caring for my parents, that's my duty. I also get to pay my utility bills easily with Telecel Cash. And to the suppliers at my shop,
hello sir, Telecom cash payment received right on time. Thank you.
I get to make them smile because I can pay to my suppliers' merchant numbers, even on other networks directly. My dear ones, we keep the connection stronger when our family, friends, and business relations are happy. Live on cash, enjoy convenience, and make those who matter smile when you send them money with Telecel Cash. Telecel, connecting energies.
This season, get ready to meet the Blanksons.
Bestie, meet my lovely family.
We can do that whilst I'm seated and eating. A family where love is strong, secrets are deep, and mischief is a daily routine.
He will be here for days, and I only find out at a family dinner on the day that he arrives.
Just when you think you know them, the truth flips the script. Drama, humor, and unforgettable family moments. Morning, family.
Everything in the kitchen is actually gone.
You know, in the UK, I work like a donkey. But here, I eat like a monkey. A Channel 1 TV production, The Blanksons. Coming soon, only on Channel 1 TV.
Thirsty.
Away, Dad. I'm sure he's gone.
Good morning.
I thought you were gone.
The Blanksons.
The vibe is too much.
Do you want to study or explore career opportunities abroad? Take your first step with IELTS from the British Council, the world's most trusted English language test for visa applications, universities, and other institutions. Book your test and get free access to IELTS Ready Premium, our top-rated preparation platform, including practice tests, video tutorials, study plans, and more, worth 1,750 cedis. Visit our website today to achieve your study and career goals with the British Council.
When I was young, I asked my mother the secret of her vitality and health. She said, the right food, the right exercise, the right amount of sleep, and the right blood tonic. Nexcofa, the right blood tonic. Nexcofa blood tonic is fortified with iron and other essential vitamins and minerals for a strong, healthy, and active body. Nexcofa blood tonic is effective for the treatment of anemia, lack of appetite, and stressful conditions in both adults and children.
Nexcofa blood tonic, the right family blood tonic. Nexcofa blood tonic is manufactured and distributed by NS Chemist Limited. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Mr. Kojo, 1 minute before you go to work. The AC you said you want to fix, it won't work.
Why?
Because the electrician will come and chisel my wall. It will make my building weak. Wait, is that a puppy? No animals in my house.
Kojo knows all the challenges about renting. That was his reality until he discovered Republic Bank. With Republic Bank's flexible mortgage solutions, you can move from tenant to homeowner quickly. Imagine stepping into your own home, a place for your family to grow and create memories. Big up. Join the Republic Verse. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Very troubling conversation we are having with respect to the death of the 29-year-old gentleman who died after 3 major hospitals in Accra turned him away over no bed syndrome. This has happened before in the past, and some, measures were rolled out to help cure this. Unfortunately, it's reared its ugly head again. We're delving into this, and we will spend adequate time on this particular issue today, so that this gentleman's death is not in vain, and more people do not die as a result of this. Richard Sky is here, Francisca Forson is here, Samens is also in the studio, and we're talking about medical negligence. But your car takes care of you every day. Now is the time for you to do same too. So protect your car with a comprehensive motor insurance policy with the SG Ghana Sound Drive and get free fuel coupons as a reward. You can also get exciting branded souvenirs when you buy or renew your third-party policy or our new Smart Drive policy, a third-party policy with an extra layer of protection and benefits. Promo lasts from now until the 31st of March 2026. Let's help you take care of your car so that every drive feels more secure. 0302-214-314 is the number to call. Visit any of our branches. SG Ghana Sound Drive is underwritten by Sanlam Alliance General. Terms and conditions apply. Societe General Ghana, the future is you. Anglo Gold Ashanti wishes to alert the public to fraudulent job recruitment scams using the name of the company and its subsidiary, Anglo Gold Ashanti Adme Mine. These fake advertisements and letters are not affiliated with Anglo Gold Ashanti in any way. Anglo Gold Ashanti never requests payment for jobs or authorizes third-party recruiters. So verify vacancies via our official website career pages, anglogoodashanti.com/company/careers. Call us 0302-743-400. Report scams to the nearest police station. The official social media pages for Anglo Gold Ashanti, Adme and Obuasi Mines are on Facebook, LinkedIn and YouTube under the names Anglo Gold Ashanti, Adme Mine and Anglo Gold Ashanti Ghana.
Who you are and where you stand in the struggle.
Now the hottest slogan in town is Patupa from GCB Bank. Patupa, no be just vibes. It's your chance to win Megagantuan prizes. Ultimate is all expense paid trip to the Global Football Fiesta this year. We have monthly TVs, fridges, cookers and many goodies. Prizes don't finish, so join the winning team, deposit and maintain 300 Ghana cedis or more in your GCB savings or current account. That's all, small savings, and then you win big. From now until April 2026, save, win, go with the Patupa promo with GCB Bank. Global Football, here we come. T's and C's apply. GCB is your bank for life. Now, if you're an SME and association engaged in cashew or oil palm processing, apply now for the DPP matching grant under the Ghana Private Sector Competitiveness Program, GPSCP2, a collaboration between the government of Ghana and Switzerland, implemented by NIRAS and ProForest. Is a grant that supports innovations in processing, market access and certification, business and product development and skills training, and it prioritizes women and youth-led initiatives or enterprises as well as inclusive businesses. The deadline is March 27 this year. GPCSP2.com/eligibility is how to apply. There are webinars that are happening on the 24th of this month, 10th of next month, and 19th of next month, and it's scheduled at 10 a.m. each. So join the webinar via gpcsp2.com/webinar. Number to call is 0538 485 986. So coming back to the studio, and Kakwa, earlier you were making a point about the issue before we did tech and social media trends.
The point I was making is that we need to go beyond what has been presented to us as a no-bed syndrome to understand what the problem really is. I don't think that it's about beds. I think the Ghana Health Service over the years have made it clear when these things came up. I made reference to 2018. Uncle Sam made reference to as far back as 2011.
Mills, yeah.
Okay, for me, what we need to do is go beyond it. What is the efficacy of the, what do you call it, emergency departments in the hospitals? Are they properly tooled? Are they tooled to the extent that they have some real-time communication with these collaborative agencies like the ambulance services, so that if the ambulance service is moving with an emergency case, how are they communicating? Do they have to get there and negotiate what do you call it, with the hospital as to what to do, whether to take the patient or not? I think that for me is a problem. Another problem for me is about the staffing of these emergency units or departments at the hospitals. Are they properly trained? What the facts tell us that it doesn't appear there was professionalism on the part of the health workers in the hospitals where this patient was taken to. It doesn't appear that there was empathy. Okay, and so it begs the question: what are we hiding when we say go elsewhere because of no bed syndrome? We don't have the resources to treat the emergency. We don't have the properly skilled and trained staff to deal with it. And are we saying that our health staff are okay with telling somebody with shoulder laceration, go to Kolebu, go here? And the irony is that
any first aid or anything.
The irony is that Kolebu is even a referral hospital. Now it's also and a chunk of the blame goes everywhere. So you have the state having to deal with the infrastructure of our hospitals and how we connect them with these ambulance and other services, collaborative services, how we are training our professionals, and also what are the regulators doing? None of this is new to any Ghanaian. Every Ghanaian can tell you a story about a so-called no bed syndrome. We've heard the directives, we've read the circulars where the Ghana Health Service, the Ministry of Health, HEFRA, they all do their investigations and direct people to follow the guidelines, direct people not to reject emergency patients that are brought in, but do what the protocol says, give them the basic care. So why is there a certain lack of enforcement? Okay, if you've given them the directive, let's see the enforcement, hold people accountability. But when there's no enforcement and there's no accountability, we'll continue to see these kinds of stories where emergency cases are sent to the hospitals and health workers tell us what they want.
It's a shame. When you reference the 2018 story, I just shook my head because I broke that story of the 70-year-old man.
Yes.
He actually died in his car because he was turned away by 7 major hospitals in the country. And at the time, the directive that had come was that no matter the situation, whether or not there are beds, if a patient is rushed to the hospital, you have to take care of the person, even if it means you are accepting them in a plastic chair, putting some drip on them, blah, blah, blah. And as Bernard said,
it's
at the time,
to hear authorities appeal and tell people and advise. You are the regulator. Enforce the policy, enforce the rules, and hold people accountable. If they fail, there should be sanctions.
So yes, I was surprised to even learn that as far back as President Mills's time, such a thing had happened, and some, outlines or no, what do you call guidelines were provided for the way to go about this.
Let me just read something that I just picked from. So it says that the goal of this is to establish an efficient and effective accident and emergency services, so all health facilities shall provide A&E services.
Correct.
More so with the public health facilities. Now, an area in the health facility shall be designated as A&E department or unit. The A&E department shall operate a 24-hour service and provide initial treatment for a broad spectrum of illnesses and injuries, which may be life-threatening and require immediate attention. I'll just move to the most important one. It says the A&E shall use a triage system of screening and classifying clients to determine their priority needs. And to ration patient care efficiently. So the point I'm making is that which basis? How did they determine if there were like dismissibility of the patient? It's just on site. Once you saw the patient, you decided that not an initial,
triaging or something.
To check the priority. Nothing, but it spells out the real picture of our public health delivery systems. We always know that one day it was going to happen to that unnamed man and unnamed woman. If it happened to a big man or a big woman, we wouldn't be here telling the story. Because once they hear that, this is this person, as we say,
straight, they will find a bed.
But, I mean, if what we are hearing is what it is, then it's a shame to our entire medical delivery system. It's a real shame.
Yeah. It reflects quite poorly on us. But Sky, doesn't this come under negligence, for example? So we're looking at Section 12 of the Criminal Offences Act.
But well, you are taking it to the realm of criminality.
Yes.
Let's stay with the civil matters, because the elements that will be required to establish criminal culpability are the threshold is very high. But in the case of simple case of negligence, you are looking at a number of elements. So is there a duty of care? Was that duty breached? Is there an element of causation or link? So did the breach lead materially to the damage we are talking about? In this case, the death of the 29-year-old victim. If you look at the facts, it would seem that there are serious questions to be answered, because we're told that this crash happened at 10:30 p.m. thereabout, right? Or 10:32 thereabout, because the ambulance reported 3 minutes after they had called them, or 2 minutes after they had called them. And when they came in, they did what they were required under the law to do: stabilize him, and then take him to the closest health facility, in this case the police hospital. When they got there, the officers on duty, or the health professionals on duty, said that because there was no bed, they were not going to attend to the patient. Now, given what Samens has read and what my colleague said much earlier, Kakra said much earlier, it would seem that there is still in force this directive guideline, which says that as a medical professional on duty, you have a duty of care at all material times to, first of all, attend to a person rushed in to be attended to because of an emergency resulting from maybe car crash or related matters. Now the question is, if this directive still sits on the books and is still enforceable, why was the nurse or the doctor on duty not in a position to attend to the patient in question? Now, if there is reason to believe that they did so without any regard whatsoever to the rules as laid down by the health professionals regulator, then clearly there's a question here, and those people who are responsible must be found. First of all, who was the nurse on duty? The principal nursing officer, or maybe the medical doctor, the supervisor on duty at that material time, who actually gave the message out that there was no bed and therefore they were not in a position to help. We need to establish, there's normally a register that is available. They sign in to indicate who came to work that material time, who was supposed to be at post, was the person there, who actually spoke to the ambulance people who came in, what was the message that was delivered, why did they think that immediately
it was not severe enough.
Exactly, they couldn't do anything. Now that has to be established for the police hospital. Then also the same questions arise when you go to the Ridge Hospital, because again, look, in matters of emergency of this nature, time is very critical. Even 30 seconds can make a difference. And we are talking about what, 2 whole hours almost between the time the thing happened and the time the victim passed on. They rise from the police hospital according to the report, and if the report is to be believed. Now, the Ridge Hospital to the police hospital, or the police hospital to the rich hospital, if you are using ambulance time, it shouldn't be more than 5 minutes or thereabout. Or let's even say that we want to allow time for some.
They actually use 5 minutes to leave Rich Hospital, police hospital for Rich.
Exactly. So you see, time again critical. They got to that facility. This is the Greater Accra Regional Hospital. Right? They got in there. They were faced with the same attitude according to the report. That
patient was again rejected for the same reason, which reason is due to unavailability of beds.
Exactly. Now, what is the issue there? Again, they were required under the regulations, under the directives, and in line with their own protocols.
Standard operating procedures.
Exactly. To what? Take immediate steps to stabilize the gentleman, attend to him, provide him the help that he needed at that time, and determine what may well be the issues, so that if it is not something within their competence and they could refer, they will do the same. On the facts, we are told that nothing like that happened. They were just told, we don't have a bed, forget about it. Then they had to be rushed from there all the way to the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, which is the nation's biggest referral facility. When they got there, ideally that should take between 10 to 15 minutes or 20 minutes, depending on the traffic situation on the road. Again, as I said, time critical for someone who we're told had a major fracture, and
they did that in less than 20 minutes.
They did that in 20 minutes.
In less.
They got there. Somehow they were faced with the same excuse. This time around, they were told that they should move from the Kolebu Teaching Hospital
to UGMC.
Right, for another 30 or so minutes to the UGMC in the opposite direction in order to receive care. Now, the same questions arise. Who were the medical professionals on duty? Who actually came out to tell the ambulance people that they were not in a position to help because there was no bed? And at the time they were saying that, were they not aware that there is this directive from the Ministry of Health, the Ghana Health Service, and a duty imposed on them by their own professional operating procedure, that when a person like that comes in, the first thing you do is not reject, to attend to the person. All these three public health facilities failed to do what was required of them. Now, if you look at it, on the face of it, the requirement under the law has not been met by these professional health people. And the law in those cases would impose liability where there is no reason whatsoever to have said that, look, we can't deal with this particular situation. Now, as I said, on the face of it, if there is some evidence to rebut the same, it would seem to me that the duty there to care for them has been breached. Now, there's a duty. Was there a breach? It would seem to me, yes, it was a breach. Now, the question of link is where the issue would come in. Causation. Now, is there a relationship between the existence of the duty, breach of the same, and did those two, right, lead eventually to the fatal outcome that we are talking about? Now, those are matters that the professionals would have to deal with. And in those cases, there will also be questions that we asked of the ambulance people.
Right.
When you picked him up, what was his condition? The report tells us some things, not
everything.
Details of we're told that he had a major tear to the shoulder. Laceration.
Shoulder laceration.
What was
shoulder laceration?
Which would mean that he must have lost blood. As they were transporting him from the circle place to the first hospital, were there signs of bleeding? There must have been
profuse bleeding from a deep shoulder laceration.
Exactly. What did they do to sort of stop the bleeding? Was there some IV care provided to restore the blood that must have been lost? So, those are questions that on the face of this report we cannot provide answers to.
No, the report says that the EMS crew controlled the bleeding using a gauze bandage, applied a cervical collar, long rolled the patient onto a spine board and loaded him into the ambulance. Oxygen therapy was initiated via nasal prongs at 4 liters per minute. Vital signs were monitored every 5 minutes before they started moving him to the police
which is great.
hospital.
But the question I'm asking is, it is one thing stopping bleeding.
Right.
It is another thing providing infusion, right, to ensure that the lost blood is restored. Those are medical. I'm just talking from the view exactly because a competent barrister at law will raise these issues. If liability is to be imposed on whoever, he'll raise these issues that okay, within the time, what did you do?
Right.
So those are questions that they would have to answer. Again, could there have been internal bleeding? An expert in this field would investigate and establish all of these matters. And then also, they said within every 5 minutes. That is standard procedure. They monitored him. Exactly. Is it that you do it every minute? Is the requirement that you do it every minute? Why was it not done every minute? It was done 5 minutes apart. That's also a critical issue because, as I said, time in these matters is really very critical. So, if these questions are answered, and the answer is to the effect that there is a direct link between the attitude of the professionals and eventually the death of the gentleman, then of course the courts would impose liability
on the professionals.
Exactly. Now, there is also something in law known as vicarious liability, right? Which requires, first of all, an employment relationship between the person who is accused or who is cited for having been negligent, and then also the facility or the institution where he works for. In this case, these are public health professionals. They work for a public hospital. So first of all, the hospital is itself liable for the conduct if it is proven that they have done something wrong. And then the state, and that is what hurts me. These are public health officers working for a public hospital owned by the state, which means that if there is a lawsuit filed and there is a finding of fact that they did something wrong, you and I will be paying for their alleged misconduct. You understand? And that is what hurts, because our tax money, which pays them, should be used on far more important things than someone's negligence allegedly leading to an outcome that is fatal. Now, the family is grieving. They should be looking at seeking justice. And when they do, you and I would have to fit the bill.
You know, and the process of even seeking justice can take so long a time in the event that the state eventually has to be charged for these. Even the process of seeking justice with these kind of medical negligence cases can cause the family a lot of strain, financially, emotional, and all. But I'll get back to you on that. So, there are two things I'm getting here. You know, comments are coming through and some messages, even from some of the medical professionals, and they are telling us that even with the referral system, if you have a patient, it's becoming who you know. You really need to have known someone in the system for your patient to have a bed when they are rushed there, even with a public, ambulance. And the other point is the perception when an ambulance rushes in and it's a crash and they say, oh, the guy came, he was on a motorbike. It's like, when people on a motorbike, the medical professionals say, oh, these guys again. And the duty of care, the kind of attention and urgency they are supposed to attach to same is not. These are two things I'm reading from some of the listeners who are coming to. But the protocol side is kind of something that's
the first point you make is, is off-protocol relationship, networking. So, I know Dr. So-and-so in this hospital. Can I call, It's okay. But what we are saying is that under no circumstance should you reject an emergency. If I'm not mistaken, I think even for private medical facilities, they are not supposed to reject emergencies. Even for private medical facilities.
It should apply across the board.
You understand? So for a public institution like that, where this familiarity of we will turn you away if we so wish, because we feel we have to do that, to make a point to our employer that we don't have enough facilities, we don't have enough equipment, so over to you. We turn them away to send a message. I think that's where it's getting to.
And that's a life lost in the process.
Because it's the other person. It's the other person. And this is wickedness. It is wickedness. And if the health minister said that they are going to investigate, I think it has to be a thorough investigation. And it's not, again, an isolated case. This one was picked up by the media. Yeah. These things do happen all the time in most of the hospitals. I mean, Kolebu is huge with different departments, different units, and the way they interface with patients at times always leaves questions. So I'm just saying that, yes, the minister reacted properly, but we want to see the length of the investigation.
Yeah.
Who will be held culpable? Yeah. Because the guy is dead. He's dead.
He's gone. And while we are waiting for the outcome or the recommendations of that committee, like I was pointing out, when you usually follow these kinds of stories, the next thing is, look, the families must sue and, get closure as well. But the process of seeking justice can be so laborious, expensive, and take so long a time, because a lot of the times, if you're not lucky, the medical and dental council can say that they are setting up their own internal or something, and
but
it can be very frustrating.
No. They should be able to set up their own internal anything, but that should not stop other processes.
I mean, the elements involved raise all kinds. You raised an issue of criminal liability. I can foresee that would raise all kinds of things within the health sector, because people say, am I the one who's going to do it, and then this will happen, and then the strikes and all the things that they will use to intimidate and all of that. But look, questions must be raised, answers must be found, and people must face the consequences of their actions, if indeed they did something wrong. On the face of it, there are serious issues to consider. And that is where the issue of the link between the Attorney General and the Ministry of Justice is always an issue for me. Because if you look at it, he is supposed to be defending the interests of the state in matters where we are sued as a people.
And then he also represents the state.
Exactly. In this case, he should be concerned about the justice of the case, which is what? The families who are affected. Would they be given justice? If the system is low, his office should be interested in ensuring that, justice is exacted within reasonable time. But in this case, he'll be conflicted, because, again, he must protect the interest of the state, which is that the state has been sued. Because when you speak to colleagues who are with the Ages Department, who are dealing with all of these civil cases, sometimes they cry that people are simply misbehaving themselves in public spaces, creating legal problems, and they are having to deal with it. In some cases, they do not even have the resources to deal with it. So the point I'm making is that it is important that we investigate beyond the investigation. It is not something they will come and hold a press conference and say that, we have directed, and no. There must be consequences. And those consequences must flow from actual findings of fact as to what exactly these officers did wrong. And that will flow from who was responsible at that material time. And what made him think that he was too big to comply with a regulation, a directive that regulates the space. And their licenses must be withdrawn. And it should be extraterritorial in effect. In fact,
so that they can't practice beyond Ghana.
That's what I feel strongly about this particular matter, because some of them, when they do the thing and we fire them, they find their way outside the country, and then they go and start doing and that is one of the problems you have with regulating, individual spaces of country. Exactly, because they are needed elsewhere, and sometimes people don't even
essential service.
Exactly. So it is important that the world should also be looking in that direction.
People who are such careless in
their look at their background, insist that they go back to where they are coming from. Let us ask questions about how they came to enter this country, because Charlie, this level of negligence, the facts are proof is completely unacceptable.
Yeah, certainly, Sky. I think for me, we've had this conversation before. The last time there was an incident at Outrage, a lot of the things we are discussing here came up, and the work of the ministry, the health ministry, and the health minister, that is clearly spelled out. It's clear cut. Okay, you have a resource problem. The hospitals appear not to be adequately resourced. That's one. Two, you have a staffing problem. We are seeing health workers appearing to lack empathy. Okay, somebody is dying, their blood is gushing out of their shoulder. You have a conversation, a negotiation that take him here, take him there, take him there. We need to train properly our staff. And then we have the policies, the guidelines, the circulars that continue to sit there, and we appeal to people that, let's try, don't reject. We've heard that one too many times. Exactly. Let's see enforcement and some accountability.
Right.
That's
true. And while we're at it, let's also augment the equipment that they need for the work that they have to do. Of course, that's not to hold brief for them. And we also know that we've had staffing issues for a long time. Most of our healthcare professionals, there was a time we had the conversation about the exodus of so many of them, and you speak to them, so many of them will tell you that they are understaffed, they overworked, they are overstretched and all. And then at one point you also hear that so many others have been trained and they are home, and we are told the budget cannot contain all of them. So it's a cocktail of issues, but it does not justify what we are seeing. And by all means, some heads must roll. And it even seems that people are becoming... People have experienced, there are so many messages where people are sharing these things they have dealt with their family, they've lost a relation, a loved one, and we've almost become inept. We are not as outraged as we should be about these kinds of needless deaths that shouldn't be happening.
You asked a question earlier about the attitude, it would seem, of some health professionals when a patient is rushed in over a crash related to motorbikes.
Yes.
It's a brilliant question. Yeah. It also speaks to a certain question of mindset. Yeah. But there should not be any issue at all. Because Article 17 of the Constitution, says you should not discriminate against anybody. True. And that is strict. Like, it is irrelevant that a man got into whatever he got into.
Whatever it is. Professional ethics. Yeah. Exactly. You are not a judge to determine whether the person has done any wrong. Yours is to care
for the person.
Yeah. First of all, before you begin to ask those questions, and when those questions come up, it is for the police to determine whether the person was acting rightly or wrongly.
You're not a prosecutor. You're a caregiver.
Exactly. That is why in other countries you see that the person is provided care, and then there is a handcuff to ensure that after you leave the care room. Exactly.
Yeah.
You understand? So nobody should raise that question that maybe the person was on a motorbike.
No, but there's that reality, right?
That's right.
When you take your leg, they will just amputate you straight because they think it's a motorbike related thing.
No, that's premeditated. That is some bias which we should not be encouraged.
I will rope in some of your messages. Indeed, we have lots of them. But before I do that, quick one. If you don't have cash, no worries. Just tap, swipe, or pay online with confidence. Enjoy fast, secure, and convenient payments with CBG MasterCard wherever you go. Whether you're shopping locally, paying online, or traveling internationally, the way you pay matters. One card, many possibilities. Get your CBG MasterCard today at any CBG branch and experience payments made easy. For inquiries, call our contact center on 0302 216 000. Email us, talk to us at cbg.com.gh. Connect with us on X, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and TikTok. Terms and conditions apply. CBG will stand with you. So I'm getting to some of your messages now. Good morning, Bernard. As usual, a committee will be set up and then we'll go back to sleep. And when another hits us, we form another committee and the cycle continues. Our health system continues to fail the ordinary citizen, and it is just sad. Kakeli Bansa sent that through. This one says, hi. Please, we should do everything to bring those responsible to book. This happened to me when my mom was suffering a stroke and we were referred to Kolebu. Caleb, we have to lie, that my mom is a staff before they attended to us. Look at this.
Should they take...
they had to lie that their mother is a staff before... They attended to them.
That's so wrong. Of course, lying to a public officer is the law.
But this is life and death matter.
Yeah, but it's not right. It's not right.
Good morning. On the issue being discussed, i.e. the death of the 29-year-old gentleman, are you aware that was the same day that the Minister of Education and the Deputy Minister for Communications Okay, also got involved in a crash. They were immediately flown to 37 for treatment. Okay, right. So some more comments. In cases like this, it's not about the no bed, it's about the patient's condition and staff not wanting the responsibility of him dying under their care. Sky, that's this thing also, right? Where they say that the hospitals don't want to be seen to have recorded more mortalities in a quarter or in a year, because at the end of the day, hospitals will be ranked in terms of mortalities and all of that. So depending on the case, if you are referring a case that they think is already dead on arrival, so to speak, then they reject you, so their records don't look that bad.
You see, the guidelines, the laws don't care about those rankings or whatever the case may well be. It is blanket. There's strict responsibility imposed that when a person comes in emergency care, your first duty as a professional is to provide immediate emergency care, right? And then from there you say, okay, because of the nature of the trauma you are dealing with, we do not have the competencies immediately available to deal with it. Either we do not have the facilities, or we don't have the doctors, or we don't have the medication necessary to be able to deal with it. So because of that, move to this particular hospital. That is what the law requires of you. That is what the state says you must do. Now do that. And if there are issues subsequently, those can be dealt with. But where you have the mindset that, oh, the person would die, anyway. Why? Haven't we read cases where people were condemned? They say, oh, this one there, you have 6 months to live. Those people have lived and celebrated their 100th, anniversary in some cases. So the mindset that, oh, the person is already dead. No, I don't. There's strict liability, responsibility on you. That do A, B, C, D. That is what you must do.
But Samuel, speaking of which, how should it work? Because when they go to police hospital, then they are told there's no bed, they are taken to Ridge and then to Kolebu, and now they are referred from Kolebu to UGMC. Don't the hospitals have a system that engage each other? Is there no coordination so people know?
I don't think it even got to the point of referral in the proper sense of the word,
because he was still in the ambulance.
They just dismissed
it. So it was not a referral, it was a dismissal.
We don't
bring this to us.
And then they leave. So people, you can imagine what the ambulance team actually went through.
This is inhumane.
Very, very inhumane.
The ambulance team, as Kakra said, we need to commend them. I mean, while at it, they were providing the best emergency care as their facilities, equipment will permit. And they are not doctors. They are caregivers, but they are not doctors. So you can imagine. So it's not surprising that the gentleman eventually passed on. But this is one life lost. A human being.
29-year-old young man.
Yeah, in the prime of his life, at least from the youthful side of things. And this is where he contributes his very best quota to national development. He works in the health sector as an engineer or something within the Promotional, is what they call it. It's a health facility of some kind, right? They do
Promotional is FMCG. FMCG.
Which is okay, they do that. Okay, I see. Okay. Yeah,
let me bring you some more messages, right? It says, in cases like this, it's not about, okay, fine, I've taken care of that already. I'm deeply saddened and utterly disgusted by the handling of a patient in urgent need of emergency treatment. Nowhere in a civilized country where human dignity is meant to be at the very heart of healthcare delivery would a state facility deny any emergency patient care. This is unacceptable and a grave failure of duty. Nothing short of a full investigation, immediate dismissal, and prosecution of all medical staff found negligent should be accepted. This cannot be happening in 2026. Lives are at stake and accountability must be enforced. Could you send that? You didn't add where you sent that from, but I get the outrage in the text of many of texters and viewers that this shouldn't be repeating itself. It shouldn't be happening as far as we've come as a country. So that's the message this morning. We shouldn't be losing lives.
Important to say that by the close of day today, we should expect to see some immediate. I mean, people who were on duty, that it's possible to know.
Yeah.
Those people should be home for now.
Yeah.
While this investigation,
there should be interdiction.
Exactly. I mean, we should not be wasting time on these things. Look, I understand that the state has responsibilities.
Yeah.
They are to properly service the hospitals, provide the things they need so that they can work and work properly, right? Those we will discuss when we come there, right? But where the threshold issue is, someone failed to do what he ought to have done, or allegedly failed to do the same, right? The consequences must be immediate, and we must be dealing with that immediately, without inviting the attendant issues of, maybe they didn't have a bed. No. When they were writing that guideline, they knew or ought to have known that there will be times that people will be in need of bed in order to receive the care that they need. And in fact, Abla makes the point when she sends the message and says first aid could have been done in the ambulance. Some
Which
of our
they
help,
did. Which they did.
So you see, and which also means that the hospital people
They did. That's
would
why
have gone there.
They just dismissed the guy.
And
They
then
just dismissed. They're not
returned the
they just
ambulance for
dismissed the
some
guy.
time. And in fact, the report says the officers in the ambulance actually offered the trolley.
Yes.
That you take this trolley and do what you needed to do.
Yeah.
I mean, this is completely unacceptable.
So,
and our health officials must know that you don't know where you will be.
Sky, that further exposes this no bed syndrome, because if it was really about a bed,
they would have
the EMS officer offered you the trolley to use as your bed and provide the care.
They just dismissed the guy, as Amir said, and it's really
painful.
heartless.
You don't know where you will be. You don't know. You could be in Zamanama, Tumu, what do you call it, Adafian, whatever it is. And you are a medical doctor, you are a nurse. You are rushed into a facility. You meet the same attitude. And then you die as a result. How would your family feel? That's the question you should ask yourself. If every one of us takes that attitude as a medical professional, receiving emergency situation like that, and people die as a result, ask yourself, what will happen to you, your mother, your father, your husband, your wife, your kids? They are rushed into a facility and they meet the same attitude. That should prick something in you that, look, let me do the little best I can in my small space and hope that some other people will do what is required of them. That is how we build a proper country. You sit and fold your hands, you are watching Kumkum Bajia. Oh, catch on, say, we niho, abamelu. Dismissive. You don't care. You don't even come out to see, oh, what is his condition? How dire is it? What can we do immediately? The report doesn't tell us that anybody did that. That should not go without some consequences.
Just to stress on the point Sky makes about the sense of urgency, okay? Godfred brought this up, I believe, in November. There was a fire in Hong Kong. It's an apartment in Hong Kong. And it was about the construction. 120 people had died and the fire was still, raging. Exactly. And while the local authorities were trying to douse the fire, people were arrested. They hadn't even finished quenching the fire. People were arrested. That shows you the urgency that is associated with the loss of lives. Here, you reported 70-year-old dying in a similar situation in 2018.
Yes.
Today, today you have a 29-year-old who's also lost his life. There is no urgency. When people die, heads don't roll in Ghana. We'll just do press conferences, do our performances, our performative inquiries and reading out directives and go to bed until the next thing happens.
No, we have the conversation that the sector minister gave us a while ago, and I'll bring you that shortly. And let me just add this to the conversation. If you looking for a bank, you should deal with Republic Bank. Welcome to Republic Verse, where your money, your business, and your dreams level up. Own your dream home with Republic Bank mortgages. Grow faster with SME and corporate banking solutions. Run your daily finances smoothly with retail and commercial banking products. Build wealth with investments and trust management, and pay anywhere, anytime with the Republic Visa credit or debit cards. Whether you're starting out, scaling up, or stepping into what's next, Republic Verse gives you the power to do more and shine brighter. So call Republic Bank toll-free number 0800 414 414. This is the Republic Verse. Do more, shine more, big up. Republic Bank, we are the one for you. Let me bring you Kwabena Mintah Kando, Sector Minister for Health, voice.
My attention has been drawn to this incident, and already I have initiated a process of investigation, and any recommendations that comes out of it will be implemented to find lasting solution to this particular canker in our system.
On the face of it, and having heard these details, what's your reaction as, first of all, an ordinary Ghanaian, and then later as Minister for Health?
Well, every life matters, and that is one of the reasons why I have quickly responded to your call, because I was actually devastated when I heard that somebody had to lose his life through this ordeal. But tomorrow, because we are going to investigate the matter, I do not want to prejudice, the processes. So, allow me, and I can assure you the investigation will start earliest, latest by Monday. We will start the investigation, and whatever comes out of it, we will let the good people of this country know. But let me also tell you that during our retreat to review 2025 and to project into 2026, this matter came up. And so I instructed one of our directors to start the processes of establishing what we call a call center, where we have visibility on all hospital beds, and the call center will be directing patients as and where there is vacancy. And so it's one of the things we are looking at, among other things. So it's something that I am more particular about, and I believe that we must find a solution to it as early as possible. That notwithstanding, I am not saying that that is the cause of what happened, but I'm only telling you what came up during our review or during our retreat.
This is not the first time this issue of no bed syndrome has come up. A few years ago, it was a topical issue. We spoke about it. There were talks about fixing it. And so when you say that an investigation will be conducted, a lot of the time people take comments like that with a lot of dismiss, or people dismiss it because they're wondering what exactly is going to come out of it.
I should think that my actions since I became the minister responsible for health should speak for itself. I'm not the type who will say I'm going to set up an investigation into a matter and I'll go to sleep. No. At every point in time when I announce, especially when I'm having to speak to the media myself, at every point in time, I do so. And I can tell you that I will do so, and whatever comes out of it, the public will get to know it. But now, and it is because this matter has come up before, is the reason why I told you that during our retreat, it came up strongly, and we've been stormed on it, and we think that measures must be taken to stop. We cannot, as a country, and I'm being very realistic, we cannot, provide all our needs as a goal. But you see, we should be able to manage the limited resources we have at our disposal. So I believe that one of the reasons, not all, one, and I'm choosing my words carefully, one of the reasons is the prudent management of the limited resources we have now. And I'm telling you, one of the measures we have, been stormed on is to create this center. And, in as much as I know that this is a canker in the system, you cannot go punishing anybody, or you cannot conclude on the matter. I cannot take what you are reading to me at face value and go take a decision based on what you have read to me. And so there is a need for me to ascertain whatever happened before we can take any action. And Mario, take it from me. We are going to do that, and whatever comes out of it, everybody will get to know.
How soon before your committee finishes its work and the recommendation and reports published to the public?
Well, I can tell you, as I indicated earlier, I am not in Ghana at the moment. I am in Ethiopia, and latest by Monday, this committee should be in in action, and I'm telling you that I'm going to chair this committee myself. I'm going to be part of this committee, and we will invite all the parties to the matter, all interested parties to the matter, and get to the bottom of the matter. So allow me to start the investigations, and you see, I wish to expedite action on it, but not until you start. You may not know how long it will take. But maybe I'll have to tell you this, that in less than 24 hours after the incident happened, I have a first report on the incident already. Less than 24 hours when it goes to my attention, I have a first report on it. But we have to give, everybody fair hearing. And so there's a need for us to engage more on that. And then whatever happens, I believe that action shall be taken.
Okay, finally, and maybe not necessarily relating to this specific issue, but do we not have enough beds in our hospitals?
We never have enough of what we want. And no matter, there is nothing like enough. If we have an emergency, to put it bluntly, no, absolutely no health worker has the right to turn any patient away.
Even if they don't have beds?
The fact that, yes, you don't have, even if you have to treat the person on the floor, especially when it's an emergency, that is what it is. So I do not want us to go into the nitty-gritties of the matter. So there should not be any excuse whatsoever that that phrase, no bed, especially under emergency conditions. Please. And I've had the opportunity to speak to some of these CEOs of these teaching hospitals. I've had the opportunity to speak to the medical superintendents. I've had the opportunity to speak to my directors in the sector. And I have repeated this over and over and over again. Over and over again. If there is a need for you to save lives even on the floor, I am not saying that everything is available and we have all that it takes to save lives. That is not what I'm saying. But Omaro, to the extent that you, especially with respect to what you have read to me, without prejudicing whatever is going to be done.
Right, so that was Kobna Menta Kando. He is going to be the chair of the committee. And Sames, he's going to chair the committee. He says work will start on Monday. I don't know if the Monday that's gone by or the one that is yet to come. So have they started?
No, the one that passed.
The one that passed.
No, they haven't started.
They've not started work?
No, they haven't.
He was in Ethiopia. So he has to calm down.
But he will come and meet Coco. He makes the Coco confusing. He will forget about this thing.
Hey.
I was hoping that the minister would instruct that a committee be formed.
Even in his absence?
While he remains as the minister. That's where the buck stops. I will chair it myself. It feels like he's coming in with some wicked skills, being superior knowledge be in the area. You are the minister. It's a political appointment. Let the health people go and sit and give you the report, so that you can exact punishment if there has to be punishment. You understand? And so that the minister, you don't even have all the time.
True.
You understand? And this is, look, somebody is dead, but it's painful to the extent that it can happen to anybody.
True.
Because as we sit here, we have no promise that anything has changed since this thing happened. And most of the hospitals would treat this situation the same way. I'm telling you.
It's become routine.
Most of the hospitals, just a few exemptions you find, but typically most of the public hospitals will give you this. And for me, what is more painful is the reason that they give no bed. So is the bed the only thing required? Is it true that the ambulance team offered their bed for you to give the initial emergency treatment, and it was still rejected? So the posturing is, who do you think you are? Are you coming to show me how to do my work as ambulance staff?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is not just the bed. It comes with other necessary
No,
tools
it's a
required
complete
for the
ambulance.
Yeah.
Okay. We are even lucky that he stayed for that long.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what I can extract from this is this person probably had some bleeding.
Yeah, it could have been
internal somewhere, which will eventually kill him.
And they cannot, on the face of it, just determine looking at the body.
Exactly. Right. You understand? So if you look, I mean, this is so devastating. So this gentleman, Promotional guy,
29-year-old. Our condolences to the family. But there must be consequences.
Yeah. Immediately, what must be happening? Because I've not heard whether or not those who were in line of duty have been interdicted. I've not heard anything.
Yeah, that hasn't happened. And you see, that is why we need to escalate it. Talking about it here puts pressure on the system. And I hope that the many members of parliament who listen to us, something will be happening in parliament today about this particular matter. And if it would have to require parliamentary investigations, so that the officers who were on duty that day will be hauled before a parliamentary committee to answer questions as to why they did what they did, we should see that. And it is important because, look, we recently had a situation with one of our top ministers, my good friend, the Honorable Haruna Idrisu.
Yeah, and Subaru, the Deputy
exactly.
Communications.
You know, they were lucky. They were evacuated quickly and brought to Accra. Care was provided.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
The ordinary people of Ghana should also see the same sense of urgency attached to their concerns.
Especially when it's an emergency of this nature.
Especially when it is an emergency of this nature. It is unacceptable for 3 public hospitals to, within a space of 2 hours, refuse to attend to a Ghanaian citizen. A tax-paying citizen, I would imagine, he's working in the formal sector.
Yeah.
Even if he's not working in the formal sector, he must have been paying indirect taxes to the state. There is a promise that if you give us your power, the state will do A, B, C, and D for you. And that we will do our very best until our best is not good enough to attend to your situation and you go to your maker. That is the promise and the contract we have with the state. And it is expected that all the people who work in state institutions like that live up to the billing. On this case, it does seem that there are serious questions about how they conducted themselves, and there must be consequences. If the minister is in Ethiopia and can't immediately address the situation, I mean, so things should grind to a halt. No, I believe that there are qualified people who are here who can immediately attend to the situation. In the meantime, I expect that there should be an urgent statement in Parliament today. And that it should not just be a statement for the sake of it. There must be things that should happen after that and consequences that will flow from exactly what has happened. That is why they are there.
So I'm disappointed with the interview Umaru had with the Minister of Health. Okay, I do not sense any urgency. He's telling us he's on a trip. We should wait for him to come to chair a committee. This was on Friday. Today is Wednesday.
Maybe he's in the town.
Today is Wednesday.
Maybe he's come. Maybe we don't know.
Today is Wednesday. Sky, why I'm saying that I don't feel a certain sense of urgency is one, that we should wait for you to come. I don't think that is the approach. I think, as you and Uncle Sam have said, a committee can be constituted whether or not the minister is here. And for me, listening to the interview and the things Umaru read to him and his responses, I don't think, or my question is, how many investigations, how many committee reports will it take for the minister to know the problems associated with the health sector? Everybody sitting in this room knows, from your trip to whether Kolebu or to the police hospital, we've all had experiences with the staff, improper or non-functioning facilities. They are not properly tooled. And I will repeat, what was his vision when he took up this appointment? What was his vision to make the system, the health sector, to make it better? to make it better. I said the same thing when the rage issue happened, that beyond the drama, there are so many problems with the health sector, and that should be part of his vision as to how to solve them. I don't think we need an X number of investigations, committee reports, committees to sit severally to tell us what we all already know and continue to experience.
My thing is also with the associations of the professionals, right? You have the Ghana Medical Association, you have the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association. We shouldn't only be hearing them when they are talking about salary and they are going on strike and agitation. Your members have misconducted themselves in this manner. Someone has died.
Allegedly, yes.
Oh, we saw it. The report. Okay, so fine. If that makes it better,
so they are
but it doesn't bring the guy back.
That's
but we need to hear from the Ghana Medical Association. We need to hear from the Ghana Registered Nurses. The only time we should be hearing from them is not when they are looking for salary increment. It's not when they want the cars they import, the duty should be removed from it. That is not the time. This is the time also we need to be hearing from. Is this how you train your people? Is this the standard you hold them to? That someone will come in an ambulance people will try and resuscitate the person, keep the person stable, they come to police hospital, you just dismiss them like that. Go, we don't have space.
You know, some
29-year-old.
A friend of mine just sent me and said, look, my uncle fell sick. We went to, he mentions the hospital. As usual, there was no bed. And then I knew somebody who worked there. So I called her. And she said, hand over the phone to the one who was at the reception. He said, I gave the phone to this person and come and see, salute.
Thank you.
They were saluting even the phone. And within 5 minutes, a fresh bed was brought for my uncle to be handled.
Fresh bed?
So
fresh bed.
So first of all,
at the
it
same
means
place where
that
there
there
were no
was
heads.
bed. So the claim that there was no bed false. Secondly, the person must have known someone.
Yes, which he said yes.
That's right. I mean, health.
You just
it shouldn't run like that. It shouldn't run like that. Someone at a hospital in Tumu should not do. Oh, this is Richard Sky. Oh, something has happened to him, so let me attend to him. Even if the person is unknown, even if the person is not a minister, if the person is not the president of the republic,
don't do that.
The speaker of parliament, member of parliament, CEO, DCE, you don't need to know. The person is a human being first of all.
But what they also don't realize is that, 8 years ago when we broke this story, it came up in Parliament. They debated it very passionately, and the Deputy Attorney General at the time shared his own gruesome story about how his wife went to one of these very hospitals we are talking about today. Nobody knew he was the wife. She was his wife. Eventually, she died. When they got to know that the husband is a big man, before they found some VIP ward in the same hospital, by the time the woman was gone. Okay. So if you are a person in position of authority, and we are talking about these things, and you think that as for you have access to these spaces, they'll give you VIP and all. By the time it is someone who concerns you that you love and they don't know, they can't be bothered about, the person will die. You go to funeral and you go and retribute.
The question Caleb asked about the associations or the groups that these health professionals belong to, I was just thinking about it, and it's the thought of their silence, the implication of their silence is concerning for me.
It's not about salary.
Because, no, but here is the case that it signals, and I could be wrong, that this misconduct that we are talking about of turning emergency patients away in the name of something called no bed is commonly understood among the medical professionals, whether it's the association of the nurses or the doctors or whoever. They commonly understand it, and dare I say that, I mean, they are commonly practicing it, is what we see. And for me, where is their ethics? These associations, if it's an association of lawyers, if it's an association of doctors, we operate fundamentally with a certain ethics. Okay, yours is to provide care to another human being, why are they silent when there's a certain misconduct by their members? Why are they alleged misconduct by their members? But the silence, Sky, is heavy when you think about it. It's heavy because, and it's concerning when you think about it. Does it mean that there's a general acceptance? Is that the culture? Is that how they want us to understand their association and the objectives of that association? I'm not sure the medical association or the nurses, registered nurses association, when they came together, the idea was to sit by and watch alleged misconduct. I don't think so.
It's improper.
Well, somebody died, but he's not one of us, so life goes on.
Can't be bothered.
I think that's the posturing of these assassociations.
No, this is shameful.
Or it's not our responsibility.
Unless maybe they are investigating to gather the facts.
They've not said anything.
No, since it's become a public conversation,
by now,
they should send word.
Because the investigation is not for yourself.
And we'll be happy.
Yes. So Ghana Medical Association, Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, when you have to talk about your salaries, you call press conference, we come to cover it. This one matters to us. We want to know what you are saying about it. We want to hear what you have to say about this particular one, because it shouldn't just go like that. And it dents your profession also. So you have to say something. And the people must be dealt with. That's what we are talking about. So many messages. Good morning, Citi. It's happened to me. My mom needed to be transferred from police hospital to Kolebu for surgery. No bed as usual. It took someone I knew to get the bed. She passed later. Many people have lost their lives because of that. Sometimes the nurses want the patient family to register at the OPD before attending to the patient. It's sad when you come in a car. God have mercy on us. And more messages. Abeku, help me here. Good morning. We often don't realize how serious health problems are until we face them. I once went to a private dentist for a simple tooth removal, but after the procedure, I kept bleeding heavily. On my way home in a taxi, I was stuck in traffic and I realized I could die from blood loss. I asked the driver to turn back. Thankfully, the doctor was told Thankfully, the doctor was told that he stabilized me and spent nearly 30 minutes calling Kolebu to secure a bed. He then drove me there himself, made several calls, and finally got me admitted for blood transfusion. I later found out he was a staff of Kolebu. That's how he saved my life. We can't continue like this. The emergency response guidelines that were developed are still fit for purpose. Maybe we can tweak it a bit, but until people are held responsible for neglecting their duties in Ghana, this might not be the end. Not just hospitals, sadly. You didn't add your name. Thank you for that. Good morning, Bernard and team. This story about the rejection of a patient is so true. In 2022, I was involved in an accident with a cyclist. The police was there on time, and luckily a national ambulance was using that road, and the police head on that night instructed the ambulance to assist. They revived the victim and sent him to police hospital for further treatment. We were still at the accident grounds when we were informed by the crew on the ambulance that the hospital was not willing to attend to the victim because the driver, which was me, was not there to pay money. Even when we spoke to them to proceed that I would be there since the police was clearing the accident scene, they refused. The police had to put me in a pickup and take me to the police hospital to pay money before they attended to him. He was placed on the floor, and only the ambulance crew was treating him when I got to the hospital.
Yeah, these are very, very troubling messages. There's something that I want to talk about, which is also connected to this matter. We were told that the victim was hit by either a vehicle,
and then he ran away.
And the driver ran away. If you walk around the streets of Accra, you'll find many street cameras.
Yeah.
These street cameras are to help authorities to deal with issues of crime, surveillance, as and when lawful and necessary.
True.
and then also to ensure that we are properly protected in this country. These are national security implications, crime-related matters, and all of that, and public safety issues. It's been what, a week or so since this thing happened. I think it's unfortunate that we've not heard from the police yet as to whether they've been able to trace
the identity of the person allegedly involved in hitting this 29-year-old, running away according to the facts, and eventually this thing leading to his death. It's important that the police come out to update us, because the cameras are in the city for a good reason.
Especially at the same area where the incident took place. Loads of cameras.
Cameras are there, yes. Yes. So it is possible, given the timelines, to narrow down and tell exactly which vehicles passed that area, that material time.
Correct.
Right? Identify precisely the vehicle that was involved, and possibly the person who drove the vehicle at that material time. You understand? Because these are very serious matters. The people of Ghana went for a loan in some cases to get these things fixed.
Yes.
And we still pay for some of them.
True.
Some we have paid for. And it is for times like this that we are paying for these things, or we have paid for them. So I expect that by close of day today, there'll be some update from the MTTD or the CID people or the police generally, that they have been able to look through their surveillance or the cameras in the city, and they have come to the conclusion that this vehicle was involved in A, B, C, and D.
And person A
is
was the one driving it.
Yes, because the vehicle will most likely have a number. Even if it is a DV plate, you can always know who bought that particular plate. And then you narrow down who actually would have been responsible for driving the vehicle, because it's possible you can identify the vehicle and the owner but not know who exactly was driving the vehicle at that time. Now you go and grab the owner, then the owner will tell you that what, it was Kweku Mensah who was driving the vehicle at that material time. So let's ask him questions.
Very important.
Exactly, it's important. And then there's a second quick thing I want to say is that these garages we have in the city of Accra and beyond, they also have a responsibility. If you look at the provisions of Article 41 of the Constitution, as a citizen, you have specific responsibilities imposed on you. One of them is to help with the lawful, execution of the laws of the country and related matters, if you look generally at our laws. Which means that if someone drives to your garage with a broken taillight, or the fender is broken, or you see blood stains or whatever, and the person hasn't produced for you a police extract to say that, oh, ABCD accident happened, so you reported blah blah blah, or crash happened, and then you reported to ABCD, and then on the authority of that you are now coming to fix your vehicle. Mechanics should be asking questions, because some of these things don't just happen that you pull up in a hospital, in a garage, seeking to have your vehicle fixed. You are required to ask questions. You are required to ask questions, and where you have reason to believe that there's something suspicious about this, crash, call the nearest police station and report, so that they will come and ask questions.
Very important. Very important. So don't just attend to the people.
Yes, without asking the necessary questions.
You should be suspicious and ask.
Yes, you need to know your customer.
No, so Ghana Police, there's an important message for you on the show this morning, that it's been a week, and that crash, we know when you want to do the work, you get it done. You've done great work in the past, and we've commended you for that. We are looking forward to you using your skills and your professional competencies to help us fish out the person who knocked down the gentleman on the motorbike, left him and fled. Left him there, hit him and run.
Yeah, because
very
it's a crime.
heartless situation.
Yes, it's a crime.
So we have to produce that guy, and he has to also face the law.
Yeah, you are under our laws. If you look at the road traffic regulations and related matters and laws, if you hit someone, you are required to attend to the person and also make a report to the police.
there are more comments on this, Kakra.
Before you do, though, let me just mention that the baby we spoke about.
Yes.
Apparently, there's this notice coming in that he or she has been found alive, and the family is thanking all of us who have played a role in locating.
That's refreshing.
But the person who is responsible to
must also be found.
Yes.
Must be brought
Very
to
important. We'll take two messages and take a quick break.
Hello, CBS. What makes this painful is that his father's business supplies hospital beds to medical facilities, and his sister is also a medical doctor at emergency department at a major hospital in Cape Coast. I know the family, and I have been asking myself so many questions till date. My name is Ebo Benchi. Here's another one, Roland. He says, good morning, team. Can any legal action be taken against the 3 hospitals and also the personnel on duty that day? I think Sky answered that question, a case of medical negligence. And I think those are the messages.
Very well. Thank you so much, Kakra. And if you're looking for a best of flavor in every sip, you will discover refreshing taste in Piva beverages. We have Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, and Piva Tangy. So grab yours today. Available now at a local store near you. Call us on 0550-032231. Piva beverages, a taste you will love. If you're looking for motor insurance that goes the extra mile, Hollard Insurance has something special for you this 2026. You wouldn't want to miss it. Insure your car with Hollard and enjoy extra rewards. New customers get to drive away with free fuel vouchers when they sign up. Existing customers get exclusive gifts when they renew. 24/7 free roadside assistance for everyone, so you're never stuck. That's value for you. 0800-444-999. Call us now. Visit any of our offices or speak to your broker today. Men's Lucky, Hollard Insurance, we've got you covered. And Litina Travels is taking Team Ghana to the biggest global football event on the planet, happening in America, Canada, and Mexico. Join the Litina 2-in-1 experience, uniting world-class football and global business in one unforgettable journey. Your Litina Travels package includes visa to watch all 3 group stage matches, 3 official match tickets, return charter flights, hotel accommodation, travel insurance, exclusive access to business networking events across all 3 host nations. And this is not just a trip, it's history in motion, it's football, it's opportunity. It's Litina Travels. Call us 0244-260-789, 0302-934-565. Visit Litina at Alisa Hotel, Northridge, and secure your spot on this once-in-a-lifetime journey. Litina Travels, your gateway to the 2026 Global Football Tournament. And after receiving hundreds of nominations for the Channel 1 Community Legends from communities across the country, the search for the most deserving and heartwarming stories are underway. Every entry is being carefully reviewed as we identify stories that truly inspire and create impact. So get ready for the exciting reveal and grand celebration of the 10 Channel 1 Community Legends, only on Channel 1 TV and Citi FM. My name is Caleb. We'll take a very quick break. When we are back, we have friends from Adme joining us in the studio for more conversations. Stay with us.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Kuma has always dreamt of commanding his own military forces.
Attention! Eyes right, stand at ease.
Because that dream is still a vision in progress, he spends his time commanding his money with the EcoBank mobile app.
Operation Supplier Payment. Dispatch 1,000 units of currency from Accra to Benin. Move! Move!
Sometimes he wants a little extra control so that he can buy only what he needs.
Command Center mobile app. Activate virtual card protocol and initiate payments for sneakers and t-shirts. Abort mission for leather coat payment.
Even when the general is fast asleep, his standing order marches out to sort his bills.
With the EcoBank mobile app, you can command your money to make safe transactions in Ghana and across 33 African countries. Download the EcoBank mobile app on the Play or App Store today.
By the left, about turn.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. EcoBank will never call or send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva Tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangerine. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-32231. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
When you hit the road, anything can happen. Drive with motor insurance that's fast, reliable, and always there when it matters. Whether it is comprehensive motor insurance, third-party fire and theft, or third-party only, Provident Insurance will sort you out. Insure or renew from January to March and enjoy fuel coupons and exclusive branded souvenirs. Terms and conditions apply. Drive confident. Drive protected. Visit any Provident Insurance branch nationwide, our agency outlets, or licensed brokers. You can also call 050-937-4928 for inquiries or visit providencegh.com for more information. Remember, Ghana card is required for individuals and TIN number for corporate clients and for all motor insurance transactions in line with NIC directives.
With Provident, land your cover.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
As I want a suspect, when you pay as a bit. And if you are like you, I will know so how far. Miss Alpha, I will know for that city. Oh, Mr. Belko, if you want nobody, I'm confessed. I Badi bia made ne company ne fear taka mobutu Tapu buchu Kase brusa o mamusu Ete tribia wesi ane nabrofu ina bedi chubu Awa woni dia Nyamno peno medo ka motia Gesi mi ne bia memia Nasu apempe mapea I want some me neighbor. I want some me neighbor. I want some me neighbor. Feel it. I want some me neighbor. I want some me neighbor. I want some me neighbor. Papa, fire deadly, last so I bloody. Misconstrued trust given out to my die hobby. They be an believe time in the boy, member or margin. I'm out full of life. That's all about my man. Life in a shit, I don't know. Life I am motion war from my mammy do cool. But you will Bemensu, now so much as she show man, no I didn't sue. We are see you soon, or Bana bomb Sakura, that boy I too. Life in your clear, life I play, life I there, but you better, you better play. I'm a that one, send me a neighbor. I want some me a neighbor. I want some me a neighbor. Feel leader, I want some me neighbor. I want some me neighbor. I want some me neighbor.
Kofi Kinata, Bonsam, your neighbor. Listen, this year's Heritage Caravan, oh, it's gonna be a blast. Yes, we've been interacting with some of our sponsors for this year's Heritage Caravan, and one of the new kids on the block, and we are happy to have them join us. Adme Granite Paste. Yeah, Adme Granite Paste. They'll be on the caravan. You're wondering what that is? Enoch Edu Mensah is brands and marketing manager for Adme Granite Paste, and he joins us in the studio for more. Good to see you. Good morning.
Good morning, Caleb.
So I have in my hands a very beautifully packaged granite paste.
Yeah.
And it says Adme Granite Paste.
Yes, sir.
First of all, Adme, the granite paste, this one you can use for what they say, peanut butter soup.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's how the Nigerians say it, peanut butter. Yeah. That's how they call it. Yeah.
That's what. Then you can also use it in bread.
Oh yes.
And
yes,
other.
Yes.
So what else can you use this one for?
So Adme is a granite paste.
Yes.
And the main idea is it can be used for soups. It can be used for anything that we use granite paste for.
Right.
But the idea at the moment is that a lot of people consume inkatenkwine.
Yes.
And so we have done this amazing
product.
Oh yeah.
No question.
Yeah. Growing up, I mean, this is a staple that we all grew up to. Konkonte.
Thank you.
With inkatenkwine. Exactly.
And the garden eggs will be rolling inside.
On top, and then the
tomatoes and you understand?
Yeah. So I mean, this was the whole idea.
Right.
But over time, we all buy granite paste for multiple sources, but you don't really know where the actual source is.
That's true.
But we have done this amazing product under strict, hygienic conditions, FDA approved, FDA certified product, and we've done this. We've done all this into one nice package, so that consumers can, enjoy their traditional inkatenkwine in a very stylish way.
Nice.
So when you think of Adme, just think of Adme as a granite paste that can be used for anything.
Just Nkatia work on the B school.
Oh yes. Or masters.
Now when the uniform look
yes.
It's very happy. So, but I know that boys in secondary schools also, and boys and girls, and those who travel. Sometimes when you're leaving the jurisdiction, the meals out there, and you want to have the nkatenkwine with you.
Yeah.
You can carry this along.
Oh yes, I mean the name itself speaks about the product.
That's right.
It says Adme.
Just a
Just attach me to whatever it is that you're doing. Look. When you're at home, just enjoying some kelewele, you can just put it on the side.
You don't mean it?
Yeah.
Kelewele and granite paste.
Coffee broke man, as we all said, roasted plantain, which is a personal favorite of mine. Once you get a few, plantain, you can just pour the Adme on the side, add it to the plantain. And
granite paste
I'm telling you,
and a gari soakings.
Yes, it goes wonderful. You
with
just
coffee broke man.
Oh yeah, it goes. Oh no. It's an amazing product.
No, I have to try this.
You have to try it. I think we'll do. Over the few days, you see that a lot of things will be coming up.
Wow.
We'll be rolling it out a bit more. And so you see so many things that you can do. But if you go on our Instagram platform, it's just the same name, Adme GH.
Yeah.
When you go, you see a number of things you can do with the granite paste. Dakwa.
Dakwa.
You know that thing with ginger in there.
Joey.
Yeah. That's how they say it in Ghana. Oh.
Yeah.
Mercy. So you can use it for dakwa.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Rock bands, pastries. You see the buns, the one rock bands going up. Yeah, you can mix it with it, gives it a different flavor.
Oh, when you are making it.
Yeah. Okay. Banana smoothie. So the people that go to gym.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a very healthy way to lose weight, gain good muscle and all that. Yes. So there are.
So it can help my.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you're pushing up already. Maybe you started pushing up. I can see.
But Adme, you're joining the Heritage Caravan this year.
Oh yes.
You're welcome aboard.
Thank you very much.
Listen, you're going to have a fantastic time.
Oh, we hope so.
But first, I want to know your motive for joining us on the caravan. This is your first?
Yes, it's our first time.
Amazing.
And so, I mean, Citi FM Channel 1. Over time, you guys have built a space when it comes to celebrating Ghana Month. I probably won't jump my horse and say that you're the first that started it, but you're doing an amazing job. And I know for the past 10 years you've been hosting the Heritage Caravan, and everything you stand for as a company, as a station, we believe in it, and that is promoting Ghana.
Thank you.
And so we decided to join the 10th edition. It's our first. Hopefully it won't be the last. We're going to be doing it almost every year.
Sharp.
And we just want to join you. We want to tie in with your Ghana Month agenda.
Sharp.
We want to support as much as possible, and then we hope that Adme can be added to the journey.
Oh, you are part of the family. Welcome to the family,
Thank you.
So, what are your expectations as this is your first time? Will you be on the caravan yourself?
Yes.
What have you heard? What have you seen? What are you looking forward to?
So I've had a few people be on it. Some say the journey is like very, very long, and then it can be a bit tiring at a certain point.
Okay.
But you see, I'm coming in here with a very professional mindset, and I know that is part of the qualities of a caravan, because there's professional network in there.
Thank you.
But we're coming in through the networking and also introducing this amazing product to the people that will be on the caravan. We know it will be televised as well, and that is very good PR for us. But this is not really just about PR. The product is a Ghanaian-made product, and the caravan is a Ghanaian-made and Ghanaian-operated
experiencing our heritage.
So we're marrying the two together, and then we're doing something amazing.
That's right. This is the marriage of Anansua. So where can we find Adme? We want to buy in bulk, or we want to buy just for household consumption, or just to add to our journeys as we are going on a road trip, something we're stepping out of the country and we want to carry this along and all. Where can you be found?
Okay, so you'd find us in all supermarkets at the moment.
Okay.
We are predominantly in Melcom. You find us in Melcom. I think we're working on ShopRite, or we are in ShopRite, and a few other shops as well. And we are also in the markets. We're rolling out massively in the markets, and so it will get to a point where everybody can easily pick it from.
Wonderful.
So if you go to Accra, Medina, all them places, you find us.
All them places. You find them all. Adme, Enoch, Edu. So why is it important? In the month of March, we are focusing a lot of our energies on our heritage, telling our story, curating the experiences, and taking people around the country, playing our music, promoting our food. For you, why do you identify with this vision, and why must Ghanaians get aboard this train of prioritizing made in Ghana, done in Ghana, You
see, I'm glad you asked this question. It was the only thing I was thinking about when I was coming, because I knew my product was great, but
solid.
I like how I'm an avid listener of the show. We always talk about how we're supposed to, expand in whatever it is that we're doing.
True.
Generally, this is a made in Ghana product. Everything is done here. We source the peanuts from the north. We bring them down all the way to Kumasi. We get it done, prepared. It goes through a very rigorous cleaning process, and then we package it into this amazing thing that you see.
Lovely.
And all this is done here in Ghana. And we think that with what CDFM is doing, if we're able to partner with that vision and we both sing the Ghana song, I think we can do really good things with
I love the fact that you source this from the north, so the outgrowers, the farmers, the households who have regular sources of income that will be secured, because for a long time we hear about post-harvest losses, people grow crops and things go bad, but with your muscle as a production value addition, you're able to secure their income for them regular. And then you also have a lot of people you've employed transporting along the value chain.
So we're even in conversations. It's a fairly new product, but I think eventually we're going to probably get some huge space in the north, like in land, where we're going to start the whole production from. From that space,
ground up.
Because now we outsource from there, and then we turn it this way. But the long-term plan is this product is going to stay for a long time.
Solid.
It's peanut butter.
It will.
It's groundnut paste. We all eat groundnut paste in this country.
Very necessary.
Sunday omutu, konkonte, even fufu with it. It's
an amazing product. You did there.
I brought some for everybody.
Is it cutting for everybody? Because right now everybody get household, Charlie. yeah. So that's it. There we for operator.
Yeah. But I brought some for everybody on the show. I also brought some for some lucky callers.
Is that so? You didn't tell me. Are you going to be on TV?
Yes, I'll be on TV right after here. I'm doing TV.
Then viewers of Channel 1 TV this morning will get to enjoy the freebies. As for the ones you brought here, Shiba and I will appropriate it. But how's the market as receiving Adme on the market since you rolled out?
So it's just a general excitement from a lot of Ghanaians, especially people in the diaspora.
Right.
They're excited. They've been looking for it all over. They wanted somebody to even do something like this for them. Because there are other granite pastes on the market. Yeah. But this is the best. I'm not just selling it to you.
Right.
When you go home today, try it. You see what I'm talking about.
I'm the best for coffee brokerman since you say it works.
Yeah. So people like it. It's convenient. I mean, look at this.
I like the packaging. You can even roll it and put it in your pocket.
The product says Adme.
Adme.
Everywhere you're going, just add me to it.
Portable.
Yeah. Ghanaians, when we're traveling, we carry shito and all the. You can carry granule paste as well.
Yes.
When you get to places where you don't know how their diet is like, you can just get bread.
Nana,
attach
them. If you go to the eastern part of Africa, you will be very lonely.
Yes.
So Enoch Edumensa, thank you for joining us on the show today, and thank you for adding yourself and adding Adme to the Heritage Caravan. We can assure you're going to have a blast. It's addictive.
Yeah.
You cannot, come once and not come again. So go and enjoy yourself. Come back and let's talk some more.
Thank you very much.
I wish you all the best, Adme.
Thank you.
Enoch Edumensa, Brands and Marketing Manager, Adme. It's 3 minutes to the top of the hour. Oh yeah, and I'm getting confirmations that the granite paste with Kelly is great. I will try that definitely. Good morning to Marilyn McCarthy, my very good friend. You're doing the listening. How are you doing? Odum has confiscated the cat. I'm reporting you already.
Yes, in Abia, that's what happened to Mbappé. I made that one, send me a minute. I never take. I want some me a minute. I never take. I want some me a minute. What's up? Feel it, I want some me a minute. I never take. I want some me a minute. I never take. I want some me a minute. What's up? I deadly last so I bloody. This can trust keep an answer from a hobby. They be a believe time in the white man how margin. I'm not full of my life. That's all about my man. Life in this shit, I don't know. Life I the motion walk from my mammy do kulum. We hear we Bemusu. Now so much I should not pardon soon. We are see you soon. Rana bomb Sakura. Now boy I too. Life in your clear, life I play, life I.
Top of the hour, many thanks to you for doing the listening. My name is Caleb Kuda, Bernardino Koku Avle, Samuel Ataments, Richard Delasky, Francisca Kakrafos. Thank you for joining us. We served you the breakfast show this morning. Fred Tetijabano, excellent production as ever. Leading the path with Samuel Akom and Shiba Arba Benin. Fred Abekodum, the richest man, was your man on technical today. Shiba is back in the studio with the news at 10. Hi.
Hi, Caleb.
Good morning.
Good morning. Coming up in the bulletin, government settles 10 billion cedis in interest under domestic debt exchange program, and National Labour Commission to meet 3 striking education unions over ongoing industrial action.